Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I am an Arsenal fan, live from St. James's Park as Arsenal taking on Newcastle. I cannot bear it. I'm joined by David, an Arsenal fan.
I've got nothing to say, mate. There's nothing. What else do you want me to say?
I'm joined by Robinho, a PSG, Manchester United fan.
I said I won the kids, and the kids delivered. FA Youth Cup champions, we go. That's all I got to say. Big up the boys. But it's a United Free podcast. I'm just here for the laughs. But I'm going to slightly apologise because I'm hungry. I'm going to be eating at the start. So if you see me munching, it is what it is.
Hey,
just mute when you're munching. That's fine.
Was it you that who unmuted when the countdown was on? Because I can just hear Bear clapping. I was like,
it was
damn me yourself.
What
man.
did I do?
So you were just chilling. I think you was having a drink, but you're unmuted. You're unmuted. I don't know how that happened. You were just unmuted, but it is what it is.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm joined by Oscar. 5 finalists in a row in Wembley, and yet
6,
without a trophy.
No, 5 in a row.
It's five in a row in Wembley.
Incorrect.
Five times at Wembley. You haven't won the cup.
Our last 5 finals at Wembley, we haven't won.
That's what I said.
You said 5 in a row at Wembley.
Oh, what have you won at Wembley? I'm sorry, my apologies.
No, as in we're back to 5 years in a row. We've been in 3 FA Cup finals in a row, not 5.
But your last 5 times at Wembley in a row, you haven't won. You didn't win the cup.
Is that what we want to do? All right, cool.
Holla at me.
Shield. I
guess Shield is included. And I'm joined by
I don't even get intro. I just get intro with the 5 times.
5 times.
That's it, yeah.
I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Big up my boys, innit? FA Cup finalists. My season is over. I'm just here to watch this top 4 race. I'm here to see this title race, and I'm here to see this relegation battle. I'm here to see my enemies crumble. That's what I'm here for. I'm out for blood. Big up the man then.
He's out for blood, and I'm joined by AD. It's 2 out of 4. 2 down, 2 to go.
Come on. This is man.
Was that the Hendo Shuffle?
The Hendo Shuffle. You're damn right. And you know what? I think I'm going to see it at least one more time this season. Whoa. At least.
Hey,
Adrian. Let's go.
I told you you're seeing that Hendo Shuffle in May. I told you this a long time ago.
Well.
I think it's 2. I think it's 2 and done. We'll get onto the final very, very shortly. However, we have to kick things off at St. James's Park right now, where Newcastle are taking on Arsenal. Guys, I am nervous as hell. We could end the season right here.
Hey, quick question.
To be going on.
Hey, quick question. Yeah, is a point good enough, or is it need a win?
No. You have to win.
Because who's first one this season?
You need to win.
We're 5th right now, David. We're 5th in the league right now because Tottenham won yesterday.
No, what's the goal difference though, isn't it?
Upon that, they're gone. They're gone about goal difference. Have you not watched them lately?
Oh yeah.
Mate, Conte himself has more goals for Spurs.
I've just seen the league table. A W is a must, bro.
Where have you been? Where have you been?
No.
This guy, bro. Conte has got more goals for Tottenham than Arteta's got for Arsenal this season. You know what I'm saying? W is the must.
Sure. Before we get started, can I big up the man in the comments? Big up Boss like Endo. He says Endo in the Bomber Club building. 2 out of 4 trophies. Thank you, Chelsea, for giving us 2 trophies. Big up Taha. He says big up man and your 5th. Hold that. I don't know who he's talking to. Is that Arsenal? I don't know.
Whoever's 5th.
I don't know. Assad says, Wallahi, I hate football. I'm taking a sabbatical from Chelsea. Flipping bottle jobs. Bottle jobs, a lot of them. Big up C1, man says. Big up the man them. Season is done. Congrats, AD. What's that? Oscar, you lost 5 finals at Wembley. 3 FA Cups and 2 League Cups. Well, I'm like, if that's the case, then it's 6. It's not 5.
Why? What's the other?
Because if you're including the League Cup, then the League Cup is 2019 that we lost to Man City. Then you have to go back to 20. When did we lose to Arsenal? 2017.
2020 and 2017 was the 2 cup finals.
Wait, Oscar. Well, your last victory at Wembley was under Sarri.
That wasn't a victory, bro.
They
We
didn't
lost.
win.
was
They
an
didn't
L.
win. They
That was
lost.
L.
We lost under our last victory at
At
Wembley
Wembley.
for a final was under Conte. We won the
Under
FA Cup
Conte.
under Conte against
Oh,
United.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
you
remember
beat
getting
you beat
panned.
us.
that was the Kepa game, but where it refused to come off.
Yeah,
The
No,
Sarri
no,
one. The Sarri one was
no.
the Kepa game.
Yeah, the Sarians, that was that Kepa one. But yeah, so yeah, so you're looking at that many. So yeah, but what's it called? Yeah, 2017. So you got to go. There's a gap in
The
between.
boy Wilson is playing today. Let's go. The boy Callum.
Listen, bro. Oh, I see Eddie's on the break here, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, it's gonna be,
You can't do the commentary today.
it's gonna be a long. It's gonna be a friggin' long night, guys. Listen. Can we go off the back of the hills of the North London derby because we haven't done a pod since then? I was with Ernest. I don't know, where is Ernest? Is he not here today? Anyway, was with Ernest and bruv, it was one of those, man. I mean, I felt like Arsenal were okay in the North London derby in the first like 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, and then like everything just fell apart at one point. And because I see post match now, everybody talking about why did Arteta do that? Why have they gone out like this? Why have they done that? And I'm like, you know what? In the beginning stages, from what it looked like, even the Spurs fans were getting a little frustrated. I felt like we were decent in the first half, in the very early stages, and then out of nothing, the penalty came. Rob Holding, getting sent off. I'm still hearing there about it because I feel like. You wouldn't always get booked in that situation. I don't know. People are calling him stupid and whatever. Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. I feel like on another day he gets away with that sort of thing. It's just such a shame because when we went down to 10 men, it was backs against the wall. The atmosphere was red hot. Like it was unreal. The atmosphere at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and I think the players at the end of it just didn't have the bottle and completely shot to pieces, especially being down to 10 men. And once you got Kane and Son, all things are possible. Do you know them ones? So yeah, it was just a bit of a hard lesson, harsh lesson that we got dealt with on Thursday night, which puts us in the situation right now where, in all honesty, if you put a gun to my head, who makes the top four? Spurs, in my opinion, if there's a gun to my head right this moment, because Arsenal having to win at Newcastle and then again at home to Everton, I just don't see them having it, especially with the situation that we're in and the mood. We've been kicked like right in the nuts, and it just feels like, can we recover quick enough with only 2 games left?
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a nervy start for Arsenal so far already.
That's what I'm saying. That's no surprise. Newcastle would obviously be up for it. It's their last home game of the season. Obviously, they're in a good vibe. I mean, what is Ramsdale doing? What is he doing?
What is this guy doing, bro?
See what I mean about nervy start?
I have questions. I have questions for the man. Well, more for Pete, because Pete didn't. For those that were not in the group chat, as soon as Arsenal started losing in the North London derby, we haven't heard from this man until Sunday. So I just wanted to know what was going through your mind when you saw the red card and from the goal and the penalty onwards. Like, what was happening?
I've just seen a booking. Who's this for? Ben White.
You flipping
tall, Benjamin White.
Benny Blanco.
Why?
Benny Blanco. It's a stupid challenge.
Why?
It's a stupid challenge.
Do you know why? Because Callum Wilson's giving him the business. I'm telling you.
He is. No, he is. Callum Wilson is a threat of 1,000%. But man, it's like he's getting caught on his heels.
Pete, and I told you, bro, the guys, if he's not properly fit, he's going to be nervous, bro. Because that hammy, bro, did he have a hamstring or was it a knee?
I'm trying to remember. It was a hamstring.
Hey, see one said Ramsdale, more of that.
I see one. Laos, man.
Tahar says White doing his holding impression. Look, Pete, based on what you were saying earlier, I don't even think Arteta got anything wrong against Tottenham. I think Holding let the team down, really.
Bro,
like,
do you know what he got wrong?
Excited. Well, look, you can explain after, but my point about Holding is that he was way too excited, way too rash on every single challenge in the first half an hour. And then we're seeing like Ben White already picking up a yellow card in 8 minutes.
Do you think he was rash? Because I've noticed Holding when it comes to these, whenever Holding gets these big games and he's up against big players, he's always up for it. It's one of the things I love. I don't know if it's that Lancashire Bolton grit about him, but whenever there's a big game on, he never shirks from it. And as soon as Son, if you remember, Son elbows him in the face when they're on the floor. And for me, that kind of is like, okay, it's that kind of game today. And Holding kind of went match for match.
No, but it was that
Holding got caught. Do you know what I'm saying?
The elbow was after, like they were already at each other's throats, like they're already going.
The elbow on the elbow. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, the Son elbow came like from minute one. These two were battling, so that they kept giving each other digs. Yeah, but I think Gary Neville pointed out on commentary. He said, "Yo, Holding has got to calm down. Holding was going in on him like every 2 minutes, every time rash challenge from behind. He didn't want to get embarrassed. He didn't want to get moved to by Son. He wanted to put pressure on Son early, and it was too much.
Can I bring a case forward for that situation? I remember at the FA Cup final against Chelsea, it was Holding versus Diego Costa. And I remember at Wembley, Holding could have got booked about 3 or 4 times, given the nature of the tackles he was giving to Costa. But it being at Wembley, half crowd, obviously half the crowd is cheering the challenge. And yet in this 2017. And then it being at Spurs, every challenge Holding does, the crowd was so on top of it. Like they were literally the 12th man in that game, because I remember there was a brilliant tackle by Gabriel in the penalty area. I think it's on Son. And where, the Arsenal end is like unbelievable. Like, this is why we flipping love you kind of thing. But the whole stadium was apoplectic. Like, how could this not be a penalty or whatever? And it was a clean tackle. And I am clutching here, but I'm looking at situations where I'm thinking, had this been a half stadium, had this been at the Emirates, would we see Holding getting sent off? I beg to differ. I don't think he gets sent off in that first half, in my opinion. The challenges are not ridiculous. It's just that they're 50-50, so they could go either way. You either get sent off by the way, he got double yellows, didn't he? And in such quick succession, right? He's had 3 goes at Son, and he's been booked for 2 of them, right? And I think the second one, in all honesty, guys, it's a barge. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't elbow him. It's a barge, and he goes down. It's cynical. Does he elbow him?
He led.
I don't know. The truth of the matter is, it's cynical. He knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah. He's cynically trying to bring him down because, as you say, they've been at it. And I kind of feel like the referee definitely ruined the game for us, but I think also ruined the game in general. Because it was before the sending off, Arsenal had all the ball. Arsenal were the one pressing forward. The pressing from Arsenal was really, really good. And then afterwards, the balloon went out. And then obviously when the penalty happened, it was just, penalty, then red card. You should have just gone home. I nudged Ernest. I said, I'm ready to go. When the second goal went in, I was like, I'm ready to go. I need to get out of here. Because against that, it's just horrible.
Here's where I agree with you. I think the referee's performance wasn't great. I think it's almost like he didn't understand it was a derby. He was just giving everything a little free kick here and there. But I do think Rob Holding deserved to go. Like, I think he was silly. I think he got a yellow card, and he made a challenge before the red card one. He made a challenge that was like, you're asking the referee to come and talk to you. And then he did that. And so I just think I'm not really with it. Taha says the same thing. He says, why they're both yellow card offenses. Doing it in front of the ref is pure brain dead. Boss Lakenda says, nah, Peter, I disagree. He shouldered man in the face. Stop being biased. Just admit he bottled it. His Arsenal side is very immature. You see it in big games.
I'm confused here. Am I being biased? I just gave the case of how, had this been somewhere else, would we be having the same conversation? I genuinely think you replay that game again, we don't necessarily get the exact same outcomes that we did. I don't think Spurs get the penalty for a start.
I think the penalty was soft.
I don't think Spurs get the penalty, but I also don't think Holding gets more than 1 yellow card in that first half.
I think both of Holding's challenges were yellows, so I don't know, you can't really complain about that. Like
he stops a run of play and he does it with the shoulder. He doesn't do it with the elbow. I mean, it's not this notion that he did it with the elbow is a bit nonsense. If it's an elbow, he gets red carded. You catch my drift? It's dangerous play. He goes off straight away. The fact that the referee gives him a yellow is because of being cynical and fair play. I'm not going to argue. Like I said, I feel like they're very 50-50. I feel like you play that again, it's not going to necessarily happen. But listen, did the players bottle it? I mean, I wouldn't say they bottled it. We went down to 10 men. And we played against an Antonio Conte, Tottenham Hotspur, Harry Kane, Son firing, Tottenham Hotspur. Bottle, I don't know. Losing 3-0 at Spurs, but in the circumstances, I think, we don't lose the game if we don't go down to 10 men. Did you catch my drift? We were the better side before we fought the penalty and we went down. And then, after that, I mean, look, it could have been 4 and 5 by the end of the game. When they got to 3-0, I thought, geez, okay. I'm thinking, okay, do you know what? Like, this could be a whitewash. But it definitely, this isn't the game where if Arsenal lose the top 4, I'm not looking at this Spurs game. I'm looking at 100 other things, by the way.
Okay, well, let's talk about that, because the Spurs game happened. You now have to bounce back. You had a lot of issues from that game, as in Holding being sent off. Ben White wasn't fit enough to come on and replace him in that game. Like, what are your thoughts for this?
Gabriel went off injured as well.
What are your facts? What are your thoughts for this game? Because I don't know. The first 15 minutes anyway. What are you thinking?
We're looking shaky.
Although none of it is a surprise to me. Newcastle at home, do you know what? I think that's what, when I left the stadium, it kind of sunk me a little bit. It wasn't the fact that we just lost there. It's just that I know us having to go to Newcastle, having to win, because if we draw at Spurs, we only have to win one game, and I can bank on the Everton one. If there's if Everton at the Emirates, no problem. We'll bank on that one, right? But I just feel like, because now a draw's not good enough today. A draw and Tottenham are in pole position to qualify for the top 4.
And they're beating Norwich, bruv. Norwich are just...
what I'm saying?
They're getting hammered. They're getting the slap edge.
You can only... And that's the thing. I went in assuming that both Burnley and Norwich will be beaten. It would have been Spursy, of course, for them to draw to Burnley or to lose to Burnley at home the next day. However, they done their job. And so for this game, Oscar, like what we're watching now, the 100 mile an hour from Newcastle. By the way, against Liverpool, when Newcastle played them at home, very tough. Liverpool did not find it easy at all. I think against Man City, they faced a wounded City at the Etihad. Nobody ever needs to go through such things in life, right? And Newcastle this season at home have been phenomenal. 2022, they've been phenomenal. So, with that being said, this is one of the worst games you would want to have if you have to win a game. Yeah. Allow going to St. James's Park, needing 3 points.
It's long, bro.
It's so long. So I'll be honest with you guys. I don't see Arsenal making it through this game.
Yep.
And there you go. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm so disheartened. But you know what I'm saying? Prayer and fasting, bro, is what I'm relying on.
Assad says, Peter, don't worry. Newcastle always roll over for you. You've won 17 of the last 18 meetings. One of the most one-sided fixtures.
Guys, stop giving the ball away at the back, man. For flip's sake.
Yeah, I mean, to Assad's point, I hear you. This is a very rejuvenated Newcastle. The Newcastle sides we've come up against in the past. My God, Ben White clearing off.
Man. Hey, you see Ramsdale, yeah?
It's hell on earth at the moment. But the thing is, Assad, this is a completely different Newcastle side to the one that we faced. In those past 18. I remember the one that we lost when Aubameyang scored, and we still lost 2-1. And that's when they announced Wenger's leaving, literally the next day or a couple of days after that Newcastle defeat at St. Yeah, I can't forget those moments. I just remember just thinking,
hey, Peter,
yeah.
Tomiyasu's getting cooked, blood.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, Tomiyasu's getting cooked.
Not being funny, but when it's St. Maximum and Wilson
he's human
on that side, St. Maximum and Wilson on that side, to be fair, and when you look at the season, you just think to yourself, like, Newcastle ain't bad, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not, but it's a case of this. I don't know what it is. Last game of the season for them at home, the fans are behind them. Every time I've watched Newcastle since the new regime, it's been hot atmosphere. It's been full of enthusiasm, and they've been positive. Newcastle come out the blocks positive. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and that's credit to Eddie Howe, by the way. Credit to Eddie Howe. He's been phenomenal since he joined there.
Obviously, big up Eddie Howe, the work that he's done. And in that vein, what for Newcastle is the target next season? Based on the fact that obviously they're gonna back him again. They've had a really, really strong second half of the season. Would basically falling outside of Europe be a failure? Well, not a failure, but
yes.
No,
would the board be happy?
Top 10 finish, man.
I think conference.
Top 10,
conference should be the target for Newcastle.
It depends how much money they spend in the window. For me, it depends on that. It depends on what the transfer window looks like. If they go big and spend 100 to 200 million, then you could say, do you know what, a top 8 finish, because 8th is not conference. Top 8 would be the target for me. So it depends. I mean, guys, we're saying Newcastle like to say there ain't, that there isn't holes being filled already, i.e. West Ham. If somebody doesn't make the top 4, you've then got Man United, you got Arsenal, you got Spurs. You may have Wolves in that conversation. There's a lot of teams who could argue for 8th place. That are currently filling those spots right now. Newcastle don't have a divine right just to walk in there. Their aim cannot be. Or let me say, if Eddie Howe doesn't get to Europe next season, he gets sacked. That's absurd. That can't be the case. The case should be.
I don't think he gets sacked.
It should be the case. I think, in my opinion, depending on the transfer window, though.
That's the truth. But I'm going on the assumption that they will build and that they will be going to gun home. So if they do that, I don't understand why not aiming for 7th, at least conference, is not an aim for them.
No, they should aim for that. But you said it would be.
I'm not saying if they don't make it, it doesn't mean Eddie Howe should be fired. I just feel like it should be an aim.
How can it be a failure though? When you look at which squad are they better than to be filling 8th, 7th place?
I think failure is the wrong word, but target.
Yeah, of course. But like anyone who feels like they're above relegation, they're fighting for that either top half or European finish. So like, I don't think that's crazy at all to say. So yeah.
Yeah, I think for me at the base, top 10. Top 10 for me is the base for them next season. They could legit get top 10 this year. However, next season they need to solidify being a Premier League football club. You know what I'm saying? They got to solidify that to the point of like. Sorry.
Would you have not said that was the aim for this season? Which they've.
I mean, the last 3 years they've been fighting to stay in the Premier League. So what I mean is when you start a new season, we don't need to be looking at this team as could they be in the mix. What we need to be looking at them is like a Wolverhampton Wanderers right now, where you look at them and you say, no matter what, Wolves will be in the Premier League here next year. You catch my drift? That's what I mean. I don't, Palace have been circulating that relegation fodder. So too have Southampton. Their 2 aims next season has to be top 10 finishes is what they got to try and achieve. Top 10, top 11, whatever the case may be, just so that they at least be firm. You know them ones.
Yes.
That's what I would say.
A few comments. Taha says, what the F is Odegaard captain? Or why is he captain? Sorry. His brother isn't a leader.
There's nobody else, man. There's nobody else.
For political reasons.
Political reasons, man.
Political reasons why he is the captain. Because the number 1 captain actually is Xhaka, but they cannot do that. I'd be amazed if they made him number 1 captain next season. But I think Odegaard gets the number 1 captain.
He's your leader, though. He's your leader.
Well, that's the thing. It's just obviously, like I said, the politics surrounding him, and what he's done since he's been here. Yeah, I don't know how well it will go down. Maybe, if we get in the top 4, it's a feel-good factor. Arteta will then slide it in.
David, we're getting some background noise from your side. We can hear conversations in the back.
Oh, that's Michael. But Michael, sharp, man.
See, where to next?
Yeah, so I mean, now I can just sort of relax. Now we're done talking about Arsenal. Let's go to the cup final. Wembley, NatWest. You know what I'm saying? You'd think London club, Chelsea Football Club.
Land.
You know what I'm saying?
Land of not scoring.
But yeah, another 0-0.
Don't want to put the ball in the net.
Yeah, another 0-0 sort of in normal time and extra time, having to go to penalties. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Liverpool are your FA Cup champions. AD, how are you feeling?
Bro, you know what, yeah? The way I'm feeling, I'm over the moon, and I've declared that Liverpool, they were domestic title incels. The reason why we used to put down the cups is because we couldn't get it. We couldn't get access to it. This is a beautiful feeling. Like Carabao Cup, I didn't give a monkeys about it. What? That's throwaway. I couldn't care less. Why? I was getting dumped out in the 3rd round. Why would I care? FA Cup, but bro, yeah, man. Like like there'll be times
What a
today
feeling.
where I'll get like a silly email or something, and I'll just laugh. I say, I've got the FA Cup, man. I've got the FA Cup. I want a day at Wembley.
That's
This is the
what I'm
first time since
saying.
2006, bro. Like, it's a really, really big achievement. And I think for this Liverpool side as well, I think we need to pick up easy wins. We need to pick up easy titles and trophies, because as part of our legacy, and when it was sort of all is said and done, and in 10 years' time, Jurgen Klopp can say, guess what? I am a bloody brilliant manager, and I've won every major honor I can possibly win. These players, they can now say that as well. So yes, it's a really, really big deal. It's prestigious, man, and honestly, yeah, I couldn't be happier. We've got 2 domestic cups so far. If we can get at least another big one as well, what an incredible season, regardless of if the league comes or not. So yeah, man, over the moon.
Why are the media? Why are they all lying about Liverpool? Why is everyone just lying, like barefaced lying? Yeah.
So
Jurgen Klopp,
I agree with you, Oscar.
Jurgen Klopp has won every cup available to him.
I did say major honor. But
what? So he hasn't won every major honor available to him at Liverpool. Why are we just lying? Why are we lying?
The Europa League.
He played in the Europa League final.
But I heard domestic though. I heard he's won every domestic title.
They said major honor.
They said major honor. Everything he has entered in England, he's won. It's not true.
In England, yeah. In England,
no, it's not true. He's not true.
But in England, he has.
No, he entered the Europa League and he failed to win it. All right, let's just.
Peter, because they're including the Champions League, they're including the Club World Cup, and they're including the Super Cup as well.
Whoa! What we're not going to do today is rain on Liverpool Football Club's parade.
Tell them, AD.
We're not going to do today.
Listen. If people want to rain on youngsters like they did in the group chat, I'm going to rain where they want to be. So
rain on youngsters.
Yeah. Peter, look at Peter raining on youngsters. Anyways,
bro, we don't care about Man United youngsters, bro. You gotta trust.
Yeah, I can't lie. So he said,
that's where it was going to
rain. Yeah. He said if he's gonna rain, we're gonna rain.
It's Jose's timing, not me.
If I agree with Oscar that is saying like, nah, the people are lying. Don't get me wrong, Liverpool have done fantastic and done amazingly well.
Did you know Pep said it best? Pep said it best. Everyone in this country
said it best. Everyone, yeah. I agree. Pep was right. Because I used to think this whole notion, do you know back in the day when everyone kept saying everyone supports Man United on media? I was like, no, everyone hates this club to bits. I have never seen on TV who hates Liverpool, bar Gary Neville and Roy Keane. But I feel like the only reason that we see Liverpool because they're backing it up.
Have you seen the jobs that Gary Neville has done for Liverpool?
It is a questionable thing. But yeah, I feel like the whole feel-good factor is good. And it shouldn't be ignored, but let them do what they need to do first. That's what I'm going to say. If they do the league and if they do the Champions League, then all go for it.
I don't know. I disagree with that.
Come on, bro. We just won the FA Cup.
Exactly. They got to celebrate the trophies, man.
Congratulations.
Celebrate the two as if you're not going to win anymore. Just celebrate
the two. But like I said, if we're going to do it the way that Sky Sports and them lot are doing it, win the 4. That's all I'm saying.
AD, I've been trying to tell people for time, like for me, trophies over everything. Yeah. They are at Wembley, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the FA Cup, whether it's the League Cup, I ain't won the League Cup since for a long time. I think I was 3 years old when we last won the League Cup. I was 3 years old when we last won it. But nothing takes away, like nothing compares to it. I get it. You want to win the league and you want to win the Champions League. I hear all of that, bro. Yeah, I hear all of that. But when I told man on the pod, was it last season? I said, give me 8 every year. If I can take the FA Cup or the League Cup each year, I'm choosing that over everything because there is nothing like winning trophies. Nothing comes close. Top 4, as much as there will be jubilation and whatnot, calm in it, like it's lit. But that will last me 6 months if we get knocked out in the last 16, right? Whereas the FA Cup, no one can chat to me for a year. For a whole year.
The amount of Liverpool content. I literally just typed in on Instagram and Twitter, Liverpool FC. And I was just liking and retweeting every single thing I saw.
You got to drink it in.
Bro.
All the behind the scenes, all the
Give it
AAA
to me.
access.
Give it to me. Give it to me. I was watching Oscar Simicast dancing. What? Come on, give it to me.
I learned that there's 100 and something steps. Only because my team has won the Cups. I don't know about these steps at Wembley.
Quick question.
There's 100.
AD, quick cue. What was going through your mind when Salah went down?
Can I be perfectly honest with you? I didn't think it was the worst thing in the world at the time. Reason why? Only reason why.
Interesting.
And do you know why I say that? I say that because when he went off in the Champions League final, I was absolutely crestfallen. My heart was in bits. I couldn't believe it. I was hyperventilating. I was so angry at Sergio Ramos. But then I don't know. I think obviously you factor in the fact that his form's maybe not been the best. Obviously, at that time when he went down in 2018, he was coming off the back of a 44-goal season. Now he's maybe not been in he's not been in the greatest of form. B, Diogo Jota, when he come on, I did actually fancy him to score. He had a couple of good chances. And C, I don't think Mo Salah gets much change from Antonio Rudiger. He's played against him a few times, and I think Rudiger's got his number. I think Rudiger is just so big and just so strong and he's quick as well. So when Salah did go down, my thought was, you know what, Jota, he's not that bad of a replacement personally. So I wasn't too upset when Salah went down. But my first thought was we need him. We do need him in the running though.
I concur with Adrian. The thing is, had this been 2 years ago when there's no Jota or no Diaz for that matter, then we can be like, oh my God, here we go. But I think even the way Liverpool were, nobody panicked. Even just the way they were playing, nobody panicked. It just seemed like, okay, you know what I'm saying? My guy's down. Even Robertson goes down, Van Dijk goes down, and whatever. It's like, listen, the game is not lost. You know the one. That's how
Liverpool. They gave the grit and they did their thing going all the way until the penalties. And I honestly think the same time that Chelsea also did well. I think a lot of people were forgetting that Chelsea actually did have chances. And I think they had more chances than Liverpool at some points to actually put the ball in the net. And I think as much as we're going to praise Liverpool, and well done, and I'm going to say it because people are still getting annoyed in the chat, and I can see it. Well done to Liverpool winning the FA Cup.
Thank you, Robin.
But I think the reason why Liverpool won, and I'm sorry, I feel like you got two things doing. The penalties were shoddy, and I feel like Mendy kind of should have saved more than was bargained. There was a couple penalties.
Bro,
there was a couple penalties.
Come on. We just won the FA. Come on, bro. Are you going there?
Oscar, do you concur?
And I congratulations you. I think Mendy should have saved some. That's just my opinion.
I'll be brutally honest, because I was at the game. I was at Wembley, and I have not watched anything back. I've not watched.
Why would you? Yeah,
I
haven't seen the penalties. I haven't seen anything. So I can't really say. And my angle for the penalties wasn't great. I was on the Chelsea side, obviously, where the penalties were being taken, and I was kind of in line with the corner, so with the goal. So I couldn't see how close the player was to the ball or whatnot. But okay, I'm just seeing a comment from Boss Endo. It's pissed me off. He says, I've been saying Mendy's overrated. He's a meaty keeper. First of all, he's definitely not a meaty keeper. That's just nonsense.
Yeah. He's not a meaty keeper.
My thought process has always been with him is that he's not that great at penalties. But in a scenario where a penalty shootout comes on, you've got 5, you want your keeper to at least save 1. And I think when we had the whole Kepa situation in the last round, it was because we all knew that Mendy's not great at penalties. Get Kepa on. Kepa didn't save any of the 5. Kepa let in 11. He let 11 penalties. Yeah. So from time we had, they had 5 penalties. Mane has 1 to win the game, and Mendy saves it. I don't know how close he was to the other ones, Robin, to basically assess what you're saying. Yeah.
There's a Firmino one.
He actually got. Yeah, the Firmino one. He got. I can remember the top of my head. I can't remember who took it, but I can count at least 2 where he actually got the touch and it still went in. I'm just like, okay, come on. Still doing better than that.
I don't know.
Do you know what? No.
Oh, go on.
was gonna say if I'm a Chelsea fan, yeah, like the reason why I think it's incredibly harsh to sort of critique goalkeepers on penalties. I really, really do. But it's just when I go back to the Euros, yeah, Donnarumma, I'm not sure if he's a particularly good penalty saver, but because he's so massive, it just feels like an impossible task to put the ball past them from 12 yards. And I think Mendy's got a similar sort of presence, but yeah, when he's in the net for a penalty, he looks so feeble. Like I didn't at any point have a fear Mendy was going to make a save, if that made sense. If anything, I had more of a fear when Kepa was in goal.
Yep.
Than
Yeah.
when Mendy was in
Because Kepa's like erratic, and Mendy, like you said, Mendy's so big, but he makes himself small. I don't know how he does that. He makes himself look smaller. And then I remember his first game for Chelsea was we played Tottenham in the League Cup, and it went to penalties. Funnily enough, his first game for Chelsea, and we took the first couple of penalties. Jorginho takes a penalty, scores one, and he goes to Mendy after taking his penalty, and he's just gesturing like to be bigger. He's like, do this, like stretch your arms, like be bigger. But Mendy doesn't. He keeps his arms to himself, and he has this almost like T-Rex arms. And I'm like, bro, put your arms out, like stretch, like show us how big you are, kind of thing. Scare people. Like
speaking of scared.
Yeah, scare people. Let us know. Let us know if you want to jump in.
Let us know if you want to jump in.
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, no, yeah, that was a big scare.
I thought you had something to say.
No, come on. Listen, I perfectly muted once that comment came up.
Oh, but, no, I wasn't talking about Mendy. I was talking about the Arsenal game.
Yeah, I've just seen it now. I've just seen the Sir Massima.
Oh, okay. So Robin, you're ahead of Peter. So try not to ruin the
Nah, listen, as I said, what I care about is 3 magical points. That's what I give a damn about. You know, like whether I get it tomorrow or in an hour.
I mean, to be fair, tomorrow's too little, too late. You need it right now.
What I'm saying my stream in it. If my stream is long, my stream lags till tomorrow, bro. What matters to me is 3 points on the docket. That's all I give a damn about.
This is it. Business end, baby.
Adrian, my other question.
Yeah.
And it's more to go back with like what Oscar was talking about at the start. A lot of people saying, mainly the Telegraph, are saying that Jurgen Klopp stands second only to Sir Alex Ferguson in history of football. Yeah. Do you agree with that comment? And if you do,
say that comment again, what's the comment?
Klopp stands second only to Sir Alex Ferguson in the Premier League / English football history.
Well,
that's what the Telegraph is saying.
I'll save you. I'll save you the debate. Like it's incorrect, isn't it? Like there's Jose Mourinho, there's Pep Guardiola, there's Arsene,
that's why.
There's Arsene Wenger. Look.
Who are these muppets at the Independent? Who the hell
exactly? It's British. It's British journalism. Sensational.
Oh God! Don't tell me.
They sensationalized it. You know what I mean?
Like, Tommy Yasu's out, guys. Don't tell me. Oscar, is Tommy Yasu bald? Is he
just come back?
He's feeling the hammy.
Oh my God!
We're waiting development.
It's a wrap. Hey, ASM.
I can't lie. ASM has broken him.
I said in the thing about ASM. Oh Jesus!
Do you know how much?
Long.
I told you ASM is gonna pull hamstrings. I said it.
Oh dear.
Now look at Arteta now bringing tech.
He has to. No, but he has to, bro, because the wind is blowing to the Gallagate end. Or no, it's actually the opposite end. But the wind is frigging blowing, okay? And we need to arrest. We need to arrest the situation right now. And so, drill them, Mikel. Drill them. The Champions League depends on that drill right there. Whatever's going on right there is dependent on
the future of Arsenal Football Club. Depends on this.
But yeah, the water break. The water break is Arteta's trick in it. So
it's his trick, bro. In the lockdown, bro, the water break saved Arsenal bare times. Let me tell you.
That's why he's still here.
Especially that FA Cup. Let me tell you that right now, bro. Especially that FA Cup.
You said that. You said that, man.
You said that.
These times you said that.
I used to do that in school, man. Somebody said.
Like someone said, in it, like
it was really.
Some of them, I agree with it still.
Oscar, let's get your take on the situation of what took place. Chelsea. Again, listen. As bad as Chelsea's season has been this year, and as up topsy turvy and whatever and what have you, they're in another cup final again this season, right? And fighting against a Liverpool side that, of course, is one of the best out there. Where's your headspace at this moment after losing this final? Where are you in terms of like, okay, do you know what? Are you sort of somebody who's like, let's regroup, we crack on for next season, we go again? Or are you at the moment just feeling like you're at your worst right now? I'm just trying to gauge where should Chelsea fans be?
It feels like you can't, like Adrian was saying at the beginning. There's nothing. I think Peter was saying it too. There's nothing like winning a trophy. There's nothing like that. So when you lose a trophy, if you don't feel down, if you don't feel upset, if you're not, then why are you in this game? Like, why are you here? So yeah, we're fuming. Like, and I feel like there's a lot of Chelsea fans who are like very angry. To be honest, I wasn't super angry, but hearing you guys talk about the game, like reminiscing on the events, I'm fuming like all over again. Like, I don't know if you noticed, my demeanor has changed from when we started the podcast to now, because I'm just like, flip's sake, like, yeah. To watch that happen, I'm just like, and see how the game went, and I feel like Robin said we had a lot of chances. I get what you mean, we did, but I feel like we barely laid a glove on Liverpool, man. I feel like we didn't do anything. I feel like we just didn't do anything. The pitch looked too big for us. It looked like we were playing with kids. We had Mason Mount and Christian Pulisic running around there. They were like 10-year-olds trying to chase Konate and flipping Van Dijk down. It was just a bit. I don't know, man. For me, I wasn't impressed by what I saw from Chelsea. I think that, like, in fairness to Thomas Tuchel, he was shackled, man. He had Kai Havertz got injured before the game, the night before. Well, apparently he was ill or something. Timo Werner's warming up. He pulls his hammy in the warm up. Doesn't come on. Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah, bro. He was what? I watched it happen.
In the commentary, like it gets down to the extra time bit. So I'll let you continue. But when it gets to the extra time bit, and it's like, we're looking at penalties, they would look on the camera, they kept panning to like Timo, Kepa, and I can't remember who the other one was in terms of coming on as a sub. And it was almost like all roads were leading to Timo Werner. So I didn't realize that was actually going on.
Timo Werner was supposed to come on in the second half of normal time. He was supposed to come on then. I think it was going to be like a Pulisic for Werner kind of
panning the camera to him then. That's odd.
Yeah,
that's very
because
bizarre.
that weird Loftus-Cheek thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Loftus-Cheek came on. Barkley came on. Loftus-Cheek played up front. So Timo Werner was warming up, and then he comes back to the bench, and he's like, he's holding his thigh, and he's talking about something, and I could see he's communicating with the team, and I'm like, this guy's out. Then shout out to Assad. I don't necessarily agree with his words here, but he said Christensen is the biggest wassio ever, giving me Courtois vibes. Look, Christensen was, according to reports that have come out today, Christensen was slated to start the game ahead of Trevor Chalobah. Apparently, before the game, he asked to be dismissed from the hotel, and he just wasn't feeling well, and he didn't play. And this was part of the thing that I had discussed. I think a couple of weeks ago, I said it on the podcast. I'm a big fan of Christensen as a player. I think he's amazing. I think he's going to grow to be a great defender. But if he can't sort out his availability, I don't know what the reason is. I remember, Peter, you were telling me, if it's something he can't help, then maybe you shouldn't be as harsh on him, which is fair. I heard a lot of talks today. People are talking about mental health and anxiety, but from the days of Sarri, I remember Sarri always said, look, there's sometimes on the day of a game where Christensen has trained fantastically all week, and we get to the day and he's got a stomach issue, he's got a mental issue, he's got a block. And it's so crazy to say, because this is the same guy that unprepared came on 25 minutes into a Champions League final and balled out. So
Bro,
you know what nerves. You want to talk about, that's the most nervous situation a player can be in. To come on.
Dare I say, it might be like a fight or flight thing, wherein like with someone like that, maybe when they've had the night to sort of dwell on it, he slept, he's woken up in the morning, it's hit him like a ton of bricks. But when he's sort of thrown into it at the deep end, do you know what I mean? Like that pressure isn't as prevalent. I don't know if that makes sense. If that's maybe
yeah.
Because I remember back in the day.
Yeah, Van.
No, I was just going to say that I remember. I also heard in terms of reports that he was fine today. He was fine match day. he was not going to be in the starting 11. He was going to be on a squad, and he asked to leave. So, like, who to believe and what to believe, I haven't got a clue.
I think
apparently he isn't actually. There was nothing wrong with him. He just asked to leave because I don't, the way the narrative was going is that he's not starting the cup final. He's hacked off about that as he's departing. It's the last game he wants to sort of play in and blah blah. But again,
Chalobah has been out in the cold for Chelsea for a long time. He hasn't really played that much in months. I don't think Thomas Tuchel was picking him in this final. I really don't. I think if Christensen was fit, he would have played Christensen. And your back three, Christensen, Rudiger, Thiago Silva. I'm sorry, that's what you play. If those players are fit, that's what you play in a cup final. You don't play anything else. So personally, that's the version of the story that I'm choosing to believe. I'm going to there's a couple of comments on Chelsea in general. I'm just going to read the topical ones first, and then we'll go to that. C1 says, I think AC is a good player as well, but his availability is genuinely a problem. I believe if he was more available, Silva wouldn't need to play as much. Bro, when he stepped in for Thiago Silva, he played well. This is a guy, he had, this year when we went to Anfield, he was man of the match. Last year when we went to Anfield, he was man of the match and he got a clean sheet. So, he can perform at the big level in the bigger games. It's just a shame. It's just a shame that the way it's panned out.
Do you guys remember Iramendi at Real Madrid? Like apparently, he used to faint and stuff when it came to big games.
Anxiety. Yeah, he suffered from anxiety. Yeah.
There's also the goalkeeper Robert Enker, who unfortunately took his own life because of the pressures of the game, and that was in the run up to being picked for Germany in the World Cup. Like apparently,
I think his daughter died as well. Yeah, then it just all built up.
Man. It's a tough look. We don't know if this is a mental thing. It might just be a stomach thing for him. It might not even be mental. We don't know. But it's unfortunate, man. This is a guy that we've seen perform for Chelsea at the highest level, and I wanted to see him become a consistent starter for Chelsea Football Club in that position. You know what I mean? Especially as we're going into this new era with no Aspi, with no Alonso, with no Rudiger. These are all three rumored to leave the club. You would hope Christensen would be the one to carry on the mantle. You know what I mean? Especially with Thiago Silva being 37. Now we have to get an entire new back line. We have to get a whole new one. Yeah. So, so a lot of people are saying reports.
And of course, as well, today, Oscar, reports have come out that, by the way, halftime at St. James's Park, 0-0, Newcastle, Arsenal. And obviously today there was a story that broke about Chelsea's bid sort of hitting the bricks potentially in terms of, this takeover situation. The government isn't quite happy. / Roman isn't happy with the fee. That all of the above. I think it's, the purchase of it being 4 billion. I think is fine. I think it's just now the sort of the small print, the underneath parts are the issues.
There's the underlying bit because obviously there was the money of where the billions are going to go. That's the bit that's in jeopardy. So Chelsea and Roman Abramovich has promised that the money will go into a holding firm, and then that firm will give the money to donations to a charitable organization. I think there's an issue where Roman Abramovich has chosen the charitable organization, and people are saying that charity has links back to Chelsea, so therefore he can't do that, and the government has to take it and pick this. And the worst thing that pisses me off about this is that it's the UK government that is dictating and deciding what can happen with this, because I don't trust them with 2 billion to give money to charity. I don't trust the UK government to do that. There was a big kerfuffle before the game because the flipping one. Well, like I said to you multiple times in the group chat, I can't stand Scousers after this FA Cup final. But the one thing I did respect for them, is the way they chant and hate. Well, not hate, but show their displeasure for the UK government. Is very
the booing of the anthem, because
they booed the anthem.
It seems like you lot in unison.
Williams. The whole, bro, I walked out of Wembley and I walked out very, very late. Yeah, because I was waiting for some of my friends that were sitting in other places. So I was with a group of people all wearing Chelsea shirts.
Did you watch the trophy lift?
Hell no, I left. I dipped out of it. But I was outside the ground whilst the trophy lift was going on. So when the Liverpool fans were coming out, they came out, surrounded all of us Chelsea fans. We're thinking, we're going to get so much stick from these Liverpool fans. All they were singing the whole time is F the Tories. I was like, yo, these men are about this life. Yeah. They're not on this market.
If you look at the history, the whole of the northwest of England, from Lancashire all the way, that man do not like the Tories, not one bit.
But it's a Liverpool thing, though, isn't it? Like Liverpool in
Liverpool's
particular,
strong.
they don't even call themselves English. Like people
Oscar,
saying
what
they
did we?
do the national anthem.
Oscar, what did we watch one time? We were watching something. It was like a football history heritage thing, and it was about Liverpool, the city, because it included Everton and Liverpool.
It was about the
and
Milk
then
Cup when they played each other in the Milk Cup final. Do you remember?
Yeah, but what was that? What was that documentary on? Because a lot of it was quite political.
I don't know what it was called, but it was a BT Sport documentary, and they talk about the Thatcher years and what Thatcher basically did to Liverpool as a city, and how she made the working class people look like scum and make it look like people that didn't have jobs because they were scummy lower class. Those terms are still used within football today. People call Liverpool fans bin dippers and things like that. Like these are the
sign on,
bro. We were singing sign on. We were singing that
in your hands.
On.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Sure. But the Steve Gerrard song, I had that on repeat, man. I
think that's it. Were Chelsea booing the anthem as well? Because I'm guessing with this whole Roman situation, because I heard that Wembley was booing. I didn't hear it was specifically.
You see that.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
You see that?
Is that
they don't run that when it's Chelsea. They don't run that, man. They don't run that when it's Chelsea. The Liverpool fans booed it quite clearly. Right, like the Liverpool fans booed it. You know, Chelsea, bro. You won't find Chelsea, man. The hardcore Chelsea, man. They'll tell you they're English and proud. They have England flags with the Chelsea badge in it. Like that's not what Chelsea are on. That's what Liverpool are on. So
I just wondered whether this Roman Abramovich situation, because of surprise, Roman wants to take the money that he's made, right? He wants to keep his money, and that is not evil in and of itself. So we go.
I think what it is he's agreed not to keep it, but they feel that he's got loopholes of ways to get it out of.
Do you know what though? Interesting. I can't remember where I read. I think this was The Athletic that made this point, that Roman has not actually said anything in regards to where the money goes. If anything,
charitable organizations.
No, but I don't think he's even said that. I don't think he's even has he said that.
He said it in his. He made two statements officially through Chelsea. Yeah. And in one of those statements, he said the proceeds will be going to charitable organizations with no specific answer.
Right. So charitable organizations.
I think said to the victims of the Ukraine stuff.
Okay. I didn't think it was that accurate. I always thought it was very vague, whereby he can get away with saying what he said, because if anybody tries to pull him up on it, he hasn't got words that are contradictory, if that makes sense.
But I mean, I'll be real. I think that story is a bit of a nonsense story. I think the takeover is going to happen. I think Todd Bowley's been around the team a lot. He was at the game. He was at the game on Saturday. He was at the game.
Why is he allowed at Stamford Bridge? Because since the Arsenal game, he's been there, and I don't understand why they're allowed. But especially when you lot,
why are people asking these questions?
No, I'm asking it because you guys have an embargo in terms of fans coming into your ground. So the only people that are actually at your ground are people that are season ticket holders.
No, we have an embargo. We're not allowed to sell tickets. If the club want to invite someone to come to the ground, they can invite someone to come to the ground.
Okay, at no cost. At no cost, then.
Yeah, Top only didn't pay an admission fee.
No, but the club is what I'm saying. Then it costs the club. I mean,
absolute crap. Like I saw your man, Adrian, your man John Aldridge, right? John Aldridge, flipping Liverpool legend, scumbag. Chelsea had flags at the final. Chelsea had flags at the final, and he tweets, "Oh, how did the club play for these plastic flags? Who's funded this?"
What?
Get a life.
Yeah.
Get a life. Chelsea have been barred by the UK government. The UK government has said Chelsea are not allowed to host an award show this year to celebrate our Player of the Year and all of those accomplishments. Yeah. So we're not. So when you do Player of the Year, you do it at the team awards.
Why?
We're not allowed to have.
Do you know what's the most hilarious thing about this? Because out of all of the clubs in the Premier League, you would say that, funny enough, that Chelsea would be the most supportive of the government that gets fans and absolutely getting rained down on them the most.
But look at it, man. I mean, the government has ripped Chelsea apart. That's the problem. If every Chelsea fan turns on the government now, nobody here should be surprised. I mean, since when did the government decide, oh, by the way, we're going to just take this acquisition and decide what we're going to do with it? Like, guys, when Adrian, it's pending. At some stage, it's pending in life. But the when I say football is bent, there are so many tiers.
It's not bent.
and
It's
levels.
snapped in half.
It's snapped in half.
It's
I
finished.
I even call it bent over. You know what I'm saying?
It was hanging by a
beyond bent.
thread, Peter. But what
It's
has transpired?
Seriously, like, you
No
know what is
good.
funny? We're living through this moment now, and everything seems like, you know, Russia's getting penalized for X, Y, and Z, right?
Mhm.
But we'll look back at this at years to come and think, hang on a minute, the government just said we're just going to take this club, right? And just sanction the owner, and everybody's okay with it.
Because I work with a guy who's very well clued up on politics, and he used to work for BBC News, and he knows a lot of stuff. And when this situation happened, I looked at him and I said, "Is this legal? Like, can this actually happen?" Because I had to deep the fact that any of us here can own something worth billions, and the government can say, "Nah, I'm taking that. That's mine. You broke a law. All of your billions are now mine. I'm seizing them. Gone."
I guess,
even though it has nothing to do with whatever the issue is in the first place. Either.
Gone.
I feel like the way to answer this, because if you actually look, sorry, this is a football show. We're not getting into politics, but from my understanding, everything we own, private or publicly, when it comes to the land and assets, it falls under the government, because in essence, it is Her Majesty's government, which necessarily falls under the royal family. And the royal family have any decree to say, boom, if you don't want this, all that stuff, it comes back to me. And maybe the government have gone and said, we want to take these men back. And the royal family have said, yeah, I don't know. It is potential, but you can own anything you want. But if the man that want to take it at the top can take it, at some point, it is actually legal.
So no, of course, it is legal. It's legal.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that when I hear what you've just said, I hear you don't own anything. They allow you to own something, and when they decide they don't want you to own it anymore, they'll take it away. So that's completely
that is bent over
take it away.
anything else.
But let's get back to the football, because there was a couple of football questions just on the whole Chelsea situation. I'll let you, man, chime in on this question, but I'll answer it first.
By the way, I got a bit of breaking news though.
Is it legit, bro?
Is it legit?
Is it legit, bro? Because if I hear Neymar's not renewing a contract, I swear, Robin, I'm getting you out.
No.
Is it real breaking news?
So it's not real breaking news, but it seems that it is a 40 million a sign-on bonus that Real Madrid are paying for the services of Kylian Mbappe.
Oh, it's not breaking news.
Football's so bent over. What do you mean 40 million pound signing on bonus? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
So, and that's what he's going to announce in the next couple of days.
So how much will he be on a week? Let's just say hypothetically. You got me
what does that mean?
What talk to me here.
What does that mean?
No, it's just what I'm saying. So it's just been announced in the last couple of minutes that, do you know how Mbappe says what he's going to say the next few days where he's going? Because he's doing the PSG tour, whatever. It's all now media is breaking it out, saying, Real Madrid have got their man. He's going he's agreed personal terms. Man. Yeah.
Listen, I'm all for man them getting money.
40 million euros signing on bonus. Yeah.
Go get your money in it. I'm all for people winning in life. But how bent? I'm paying you 40 million. So basically, it's like paying PSG 40 million for the transfer fee.
Yeah.
But instead, it's going to one human being.
Yeah, man. Good.
2 arms, 2 legs. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Why good?
Because look, my thing is the money in football is inflated. It's a joke. It's way too high. But if anyone is collecting that money, it should be the footballers that you're paying to go and watch. I hate this idea that what do you mean? You said.
No.
Why are you asking me why?
You're saying if anybody gets money, it should be the footballers. I'm saying why can't everyone get a slice of this pie? I don't understand.
I'm saying football is generating billions. So the billions should go to the players. That's what I'm saying.
Mbappe is the apple in the pie, bro.
Yeah, but by the way, the club needs to fund those players. Like, I get you, I hear what you're saying, but
the club is funded by the money it generates from what the players are doing on the pitch.
No, but also, is it an equal? But it's not an equal balance, is it? Really, when you actually think about it, right? No, as in, I'm saying it goes in favor of the player than it does the club. Definitely. Because what do you mean? All clubs are getting absolutely rinsed by players' wages. We saw it in COVID that we learned that 80% of a football club's expenditure is wages. That can't be normal. 80%. 80%. Oscar, if Chelsea make 100 million a year, 80 million of that a year cannot be going to just player wages.
Look, I only care
How is
about
that
Chelsea
happening?
because I care about the players that play for Chelsea. I don't care about anything else. The staff and the players should get the majority.
Here's what I'm saying.
Not some
look,
owner in an offshore account that doesn't even visit the club.
No. What I'm saying, listen, if you own the business, that's your business at the end of the day. But what I'm saying is, you catch my drift. But what I'm saying is, though, I don't think, like, if a player leaves on a free, why should a player get paid 40 million by another club when they're gonna get paid wages anyway? What's going on here?
I agree with.
How much it is to
That
sign
I agree
them.
with.
Well, no,
He's
why?
because he's that damn good. That's why.
No,
Listen. No.
Why not?
What do you mean, Oscar? The player is free
Because his contract is done.
No,
He's
no,
free.
Peter. He's not contractually obligated to be purchased from PSG, so he can assess his options and go anywhere. Barcelona can sign him, Liverpool can sign him, Man United can sign him. So Real Madrid are saying, if you choose us, we will give you this money. It's business, bro. It's straight up.
Imagine though. But what I'm saying to you is that how is this normal, bro?
Like, do you know how it's normal?
This is so but like it's so not even unethical. It's unwise. It just doesn't make sense.
How is it normal?
No, it does make sense.
£1 million for a painting. This is it.
No, Oscar. No, you're taking the piss. Hear what I'm saying. If a player is making 40 million a year, right? Because of the wages you're getting paid by that club, I then pay you another 40 because I want you to sign for me, even though you're a free
services.
asset.
Yeah,
you want him that much.
That's how transfers work, bro.
What? Yeah. Well, it's. You don't get why this is bent, guys. I don't understand. You're not understanding why that's not bent.
You buy
a signing on fee. You don't get why that's bent.
A signing bonus. No, it's not bent. It's just the thing.
I'm already paying you like 2, 3, 4, 500 grand a week. But I have to pay 40 million to you, not even the club, to you.
First of all, you don't have to.
No, you have to get the player. You have to get the player. Bent.
That's his rate, bro.
I lied. That's his rate, PR.
If you're a cameraman and you're charging $5,000,
Adrian,
$5,000 for a show.
He's a DJ. Tell him.
All of you are not making sense. All of you guys, I get that you set the price. I totally understand what you're saying. You pay for the service, but I'm paying for the admin fee too.
Yeah,
come on.
That's how much I charge.
This isn't the same. That you're not paying for the 40 million isn't for Mbappe's services. That's just to get you in the door. Then I got to pay you weekly to actually score goals. And guess what? I'm probably gonna give you a bonus for scoring goals. Even that's what I signed you for. That's why I gave you 40 million quid in the first place.
When you buy the car, you have to pay for the gas that goes in the car.
Do you know what's so funny as well?
It's
like things like this, right? Like,
come on, man.
Loyalty bonuses is one of the most bent terms I've ever heard in my life. But we're just gonna accept it. We're just gonna allow it, even though you were bought there. Literally, you were bought to stay there.
Bonus? You get bonus.
You can't. No, guys. All I'm saying to you is, how does that not seem bent to you? I don't understand. How does that not seem bent?
But I just said you get a bonus at work. Why is that not bent?
But it's fine. Then
it's called a bonus. The thing is, if I get check this, guys. If I get a bonus for doing my job, bonuses normally come when you've gone above and beyond what you normally do. If you get a bonus just for being there for the year, I'm sorry, that is bent. Why still Ben?
Kylian Mbappe.
Because my salary is what's keeping me there.
No, but Kylian Mbappe's debut has gone above and beyond, bro. And guess what? I mean, there's 100,000 strikers in the world. Why don't Real Madrid go and get them then? Because they
listen.
They know 40
guys,
million
I'm not
feet to
talking.
sign Giroud.
Listen, I'm not saying as Mbappe he should return the money. Listen, Mbappe, I said at the beginning of this debate, get yours. Right? I'm all for them doing their thing. Listen to what I'm saying, guys. Objectively, come away from the screen. Don't you think these things are a bit weird? Considering I'm paying you high money anyway per week to do the job I've asked you to do.
Objectively, it's weird. It's weird to be selling men. Objectively, it's weird to be selling men.
Yeah,
bro. I mean, come on. If we're gonna go, are we gonna go down that river? Are we really gonna go down that river? That's not the river. That's not the river I'm on.
If I want to hire a rapper that works down the road from me, he might say, look, I charge 300 a night to come perform at your show. Cool. If I want to hire Drake, the fee is considerably higher. It's in the millions.
But you know what you've done. But you know what you've just done. Listen, I'm not, guys. We're having two different arguments. We're having two different arguments there. I'm not arguing about who should be paid high and how high, right? What I'm saying to you is, Oscar, you require Drake to come and perform at your birthday. You pay him X amount of million to perform. Right, and then he says to you, to get me in the door, I'm gonna charge you 20 million. Then I will perform, and then you'll pay me for the performance. That's what this looks like. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But you just said if I ask a rapper to put I'll pay this, and if I ask Drake, it's going to be considerably higher. I get that. That's the wage for the labor that you're doing. But the fact that I'm getting paid for just rocking up to Northwest London, excuse me.
He doesn't rock up to Northwest London. He goes and signs for Real Madrid. They have his facial image rights. They have his naming rights. They can sell merchandise with his face on it. They can do all kinds of things.
Listen,
this is just a simple job.
What I'm saying to you is like, okay, I think you guys, because it's been so normal, it's happened for donkeys. It's just like it's calm. Whereas to me, I'm looking at this thing logically, just with my brain. You know, like when I see, pen to paper, I look at the circumstance and I say, hang on a minute, this does not add up. How does this make sense? So anyway, but Oscar, go back to the other. Big up to Ernest. Ernest, let me know what you think. Do you think do you get what I'm saying? By the way, what was Tezin's comment? I didn't read it.
He just said that Peter sounded like Simon Jordan. Cringe. Previous owner cannot run a club with proper money. He wants to play with big player.
All right, fine. If I tell you what, anyway, no. If I want
to saying football, I'll read all of them and then you can respond. Taha saying footballer career normally lasts 18 to 36 years of age. Rest of their life, they got to squeeze them every penny out of their career, basically.
Yeah, I listen.
Which is factual.
Nobody's arguing it from the footballer standpoint. That's here's the thing.
Peter is sounding more like Arsene Wenger, I assume that is.
I guess
top 4 is as good as winning a trophy. For all the Arsenal fans thinking moving to the Emirates is good. I don't know what that relevance has to do with
this. What are we talking about?
That was random.
Was I not on the
argument? Peter's argument is not good.
Yeah, that was a bit random.
Blaming Chelsea. I mean, that's irrelevant.
Was it blaming or what? Sound like an Arsenal blaming? How? What's this got to do with Chelsea or Arsene Wenger? I haven't got a clue. And if anything, if you heard me on the pod, I've literally lauded League Cup over top 4. So I don't know what's going on here. You know what? That's where you get a bonus. By the way, if you win the trophy, I'll give you a bonus because you won us a cup. You know them ones. Like I get all that, but sign-on fee, loyalty bonus, goal scoring bonus. It's hilarious to me. It's just funny to me.
Yeah, but like
I was going to say, Pete.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say though, I agree with you, and I think the whole sign of home bonus is weird. Where I think another reason why Real Madrid felt comfortable playing this much is because in reality, it's one of the biggest players in the world, or the biggest players in the world in the future, going to the biggest club in the world, and the amount of merch that they're going to sell for this guy, they're going to easily make the money back. So that's why I'm just like, I
don't know, man. 40 million is not easy to make. I don't know about that.
I feel like they will make that money.
Yeah, come on, man.
I feel like they will.
They'll make that back in like 5 days.
Via what? What? From what? From what exactly? Go on, tell me player shirts. Go on, tell me player shirts.
All the merch.
Do you know how much money you get from a player's shirt, by the way? Just because you paid 70, they don't collect 70.
No, didn't Ronaldo make back the 80 million for Real Madrid paid in
turn it in.
And also, the bottom line is Kylian Mbappe is worth £200 million. So if they could get him for a snip.
I mean, he's not though, is he? I mean, he's not.
No, but he is.
Let's not go down that road.
You just have an issue with football.
Oscar, genuine. Listen, hear me out. Mbappe, do what you have to do. He's playing by the rules, isn't it? 100%. He's doing what he's doing. I'm just saying, should we have a look at the rules? Really? These rules are a bit weird, don't you think, guys? That's where I'm coming from.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with a player saying, "Look, I'm a free agent here. I don't have a club. So if you want to talk to me, you're gonna have to pay a fee first for me to even consider signing with you." And players should reserve the right to do that. Why shouldn't they?
I don't know if Bosman knew what he was getting into.
Have you ever heard of a medical procedure, right? Where before you even get to the medical procedure, you have to pay a consultation fee before they even work on you, before they do anything. Before
Yeah,
you go to the dentist, you get a
but
consultation fee.
you still get diagnosis though. That's the thing. You're
Oh,
paying
you-
for
but you get-
diagnosis.
Sometimes
you're
the same
paying
can't
for Kylian
operate.
Mbappe. You're
No,
paying
but
for
the thing
Kylian
is,
Mbappe.
no, but the thing is,
That's the
yeah,
point.
I'm paying for his
That's the
physical
40 mil.
body to be in Madrid,
Whoa.
and then I got
Yes,
to pay him
pause,
to
pause,
kick the.
pause.
No, as in I'm paying.
No,
Yeah, relax.
I'm paying for the human being
I'm mad.
Yeah.
to be at my training ground tomorrow, and then I'm
Yes.
going to pay him so that he plays and scores goals for my
Yeah.
team.
That's what they paid for with Eden Hazard. The guy doesn't even play. They just bought him to
It's-
be in Madrid so they can sell
Oscar,
shirts.
There's no problem.
No, but like, I
Right.
understand why you're complaining with it. Like it's a symptom of
Guys,
football being
it's like
evil or
Yeah.
anything. It's not.
no,
It is what it is.
I'm just saying, listen, look, like I said, it's something that's, I remember saying this thing about away goals, and it would seem so ridiculous and so farcical. And it's now like, to me, where it's like, hello, this has been bent for a long time. Just because it was normal and because you like Jeopardy doesn't mean it's okay. Like, I get all of that. It's like, you know what my new one is? The throw in. Okay, we'll get into that
Oh my
time.
gosh.
We'll get into that another time. It gives no advantage to the team that's got the throw. By the way, I'm just saying, has to be over the head. Over the
Another
head.
time. You've ranted for 20 minutes
But
about
yeah, what's good?
absolutely nothing.
Let's see what Caesar's saying.
Yeah,
My
let's get you asked Ryan's opinion. He said, my opinion is honestly, football as an entity treats its players like assets that they weren't treated like in the 90s. The problem is the 90s mindset doesn't work in the modern game. Beckham changed the idea behind the value of a player from a worker to potential cash cow. Especially visually. We don't control how far this thing can go, especially with current player wages. Haaland's demands were always going to be met because the market dictates the value in the short term. The game is the game. Can't hate the players.
Yes,
Ernest. I definitely don't hate the. By the way, 51 million quid. How about that?
That's a snip.
How about that? How about what? Nobody else in the world knew that Haaland's release cost wasn't 51 million. Like, where's everyone been? Where are you?
C1 London, allow me.
in his DM request, Peter. So say a man didn't even get read.
Say again.
Allow me. Hey, Robin, is a meltdown pending.
It's not 90 minutes. It's not 90 minutes. That's all I'm going to say.
But the game is a game.
But I think, has everyone seen it? Have we seen it?
Well, I'm seeing Joe Linton on the left-hand side. He crosses it over. It's into Callum Wilson. It's 1-0 to the Magpies.
And there's been a goal.
There's
been a goal at St. James's Park.
Your trust.
There has been a goal at St. James's Park.
Ramsdale's been crap this year, you know.
He's absolute garbage. Near post again. Once again. We saw this at Stamford
Hey,
Bridge,
Pete.
Absolute goal, bro.
So the Emirates against Liverpool.
I have a question for you because at the beginning of the season,
Wait,
obviously it's the
let's
first
not
season.
move from here. Let's not move from here, Robbie.
No, it will tie it back. It will tie it back. Because at the start, you were bigging up Ramsdale and saying all that stuff that he said he's going to be big, going to be trying for England and stuff. Obviously, I've seen this goal. It's been a near post again. What have your thoughts been of him so far? This season alone. I'm not saying get rid of him,
this
yeah.
season, yeah. I mean, he started off very. Here's the thing: everyone criticized him at the start of the season. Nobody liked him, and so he came out here to prove a point. He's proved that point, and what's happened is, in my opinion, since the England call up, at least, yes, he's lacked concentration. I'm getting smells. Yes, I'm getting smells of Wojciech Szczesny, if you guys remember him of years past.
Okay.
There's a bit of that thing where he's in terms of what I've always said about Szczesny. Had he had a brain transplant, he would be the best goalkeeper in the world because his technical ability was phenomenal. I think he was Arsenal goalkeeper at 19, 20 or something like that. He was the number one goalkeeper, right? And he played for Roma and Juventus, so you can't be a slouch. Ramsdale has been phenomenal this season. I'm not going to just put his mistakes and let it cloud the whole season. He's been phenomenal. He's part of the reason this club is in the top 5 as we currently speak, right? But has he made mistakes? Sure. It's an own goal. He gets beaten at his near post. I'm not going to criticize him here. However, I do think, I don't like terms like it's got to his head because how do I even know how he thinks, right? But since he's been getting a lot of praise, I feel like he's let his guard down a little bit. The standards have dropped a little bit, Whereas before he would be on fire, bollocking his back four, asking them where they should be standing. And now it seems a lot of, the back four are looking at him saying, well, hang on a minute, Mr. Martial Law over here. Now, where are you type of thing, And he is 23 years of age. He's a young goalkeeper. So he's still got a long way to go.
Would you say it was similar to what Emi Martinez was going through? Because at the start of the season, or the first half, we can say, he was doing well, amazing well. He's getting all of his praise. And then he started getting big, a bit wild for his boots. And then now, second half, he's nowhere to be seen.
No. Emi Martinez is no. Emi Martinez, Robin, he plays for Aston Villa. Let's be very clear who Emi Martinez's back four is. Yeah, Enzri Konsa, Tyrone Mings. There's a few in there that you would say I'm not even touching them with as far as I can throw them. Right, you can't trust half of those players. Martinez is a top quality goalkeeper, and when he's at a decent side again, you'll see him in the World Cup for Argentina. We won't be having this discussion. I think Martinez is still brilliant. He's just got a shower of garbage defense, so he doesn't look as great as he did when he was at Arsenal. Put it that way. But he's still a good goalkeeper.
Hey, Oscar, if you're watching. Oscar, you're mean for that tweet.
What's the tweet?
I just seen it. The sun will rise again.
No, but look at the tweet though. I tweeted time ago. I tweeted let me see the date. I tweeted 4th of May. So this is 4th of May. I tweeted a random gif of Callum Wilson, and I was like, the sun will shine us again. And the sun shines. The sun shines tonight.
I mean, he didn't score the goal in it, so
the sun shines. Hey, he's been the one causing you problems, man. That goal doesn't go in if he ain't
listen.
So
listen,
it wasn't meant to shade Arsenal. This is just me being a fan of Callum Wilson.
He's a good centre forward, definitely. He's a good centre forward. If only he would never get injured, he'd be comfortably in the England squad.
Tahar says if Arsenal miss out on All or Nothing, it's going to be vibe. Sorry, if Arsenal miss out on All or Nothing, it's going to be vibes.
I don't know. I think you'd rather see Arsenal get in because when you miss out,
don't speak for us, baby. No, we wouldn't.
Oscar, hear me out. If Man United, if a team is expected to be in and they miss out, that's more the story. Nobody expected Arsenal to be in, and if Arsenal miss out, it will just be like, okay. Look at Spurs is all or nothing. Spurs is all or nothing. Yeah, they got Europa League on the last day. Nothing.
Yeah, but they completely. There's Europa League is nothing. You're in a chase for top four, and you had it, and you.
But that's why That's why they got in Mourinho. Do you remember they sacked Poch? They got Mourinho in to get in the top four. They literally got in the top four.
Peter, all of us outside of Arsenal fans, and maybe people who don't watch football, all of us want to see this collapse.
So, as things stand right now, it states 1-0. Tottenham will only need a point to qualify for because obviously if you win, the goal difference I believe is just pretty much mad compared to you guys. I think you'll have to win like 9-0, something like that.
Peter, this is a stinker. Honestly,
I mean, there's only one person. There's only one person to blame.
This is an absolute howler.
Peter, he's a good striker. Stop that. He is international level. What are we referring to here? Who are we talking about?
Maybe?
I don't know who he's talking about.
I wonder. Whoever the striker is, I haven't critiqued.
Let's move on because
I was going to say let's move on to.
I had a Chelsea question earlier, but it got taken over.
It was a really good question as well.
That sign-on fee stuff. I can't even remember where it was now.
It was meant to be a good question. Actually.
Yeah. Okay. Boss Lakendo says
that was it. Yeah, that was the one.
Oscar, can you rate Chelsea's season out of 10? I think you failed miserably, 5 max. I would say our season is probably a 6. I can't say we failed miserably. Oh.
A 6? Go on.
Well, okay, let me explain why I say a 6.
You've gone for a 6.
Why would it not be a 6?
Let's do it.
That's really high, man. But
high?
What?
Okay,
Chelsea? No, that's not even high. Carry on, Oscar. Anyway, carry on.
I think a 6. I think people are just so melodramatic over this stuff and acting, oh, you failed miserably. How can a team that was really slated, if you really assess the quality of the team at the beginning of the season, third is where we should be, and third is where we'll finish. The reason it's not an 8 or a 7 is because we're far from the points tally that we should be at. We should have won way more games. When it comes to the League Cup, I'm sorry, we got to the final and lost on penalties. We got to the final of the FA Cup and lost on penalties to in a team that's superior to us, like a team that should be a team that's on for the quadruple. They didn't beat us in 90 minutes in either of those games all season. In fact, Liverpool didn't beat us in 90 minutes. So there's that. My base level requirement with Chelsea this season was win the Super Cup and win the Club World Cup. I know some people think those are nothing, but the last time we were in those, we didn't win those competitions. So for me, there was something. Yeah, we had to go and win those competitions. And the Champions League, like, disappointment, but to lose to Real Madrid, it's like the manner in which we lost. Again, it's same in the league. The manner in which we've lost in the league is worse than the actual outcome of it. Like going out in the quarterfinals to Real Madrid, it's not the worst thing in the world.
There's no
Finishing
shame
third in the Premier League is not the worst thing in the world. So I'm not going below a 6. I'm
Oscar,
sorry. Like,
Oscar, with and Oscar, with that, you should put that to at least a 7.5 because exactly for the reasons you've just stated. Because for me, at the end of the day, like, you know, everyone did have a hard on at the start of the season that Chelsea would challenge for the title. And I said to you from the get-go, they're not as good as Liverpool, Man City. Finishing third, yes. And I agree with Oscar. The points gap maybe should have been closer, and fair play to that, right? At the end of the day, winning the Club World Cup, they're the best team in the world in terms of just, you know, technically speaking, and they've won the Super Cup. The best team out of the Europa League and the Champions League, and they won that. They're then third in the league. They got to 2 finals as well this year. I'm sorry, but it cannot be below a 7 in my opinion. Chelsea have had a good season. Everybody's expectations were inflated to what they actually should be. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where I feel that's just a personal assessment of Chelsea.
Yeah, because to be fair, like Oscar from the offset, from before the ball was even kicked, he was very much in the sphere of, you guys aren't as good as Liverpool, you guys aren't as good as City. But so the reason why I thought a 6 was a generous, and a 7 for me is mind blowing, is for the facts that when you came into this season, you came off of the back of winning the Champions League, and in my opinion, when you sign a striker for £100 million, and for me, that signing has to come into the equation. You spend that much money on a dismal failure, on a bust. For me, you do that to catapult you to the point where you are in the conversation with your Cities and your Liverpools. And the fact that, you know, the title race ended in December, guys, it's atrocious. You know, wing back or no wing back, that's absolutely diabolical. And for me,
I think that's extremely harsh.
For your league title to end in December.
You're telling me it ended in December? We were top of the league in November. We had the reason our title race ended in December is because we had a COVID crisis where 7 of our players had COVID and they wouldn't call off a game for us. Like, I have to assess it in
if anybody, Adrian would sympathize with that.
I do.
Like, if you meet your expectations, I think you should be at like a 7 or 8. If you exceed them, then you're a 9 or a 10. We didn't meet them, so that's why I'm putting us at a 6.
You know what? Because I'll be real, yeah. Because what I would say is, I look at some of the results that you guys had that were absolutely silly. I don't know why I always think you guys drop points against Leeds, but you beat them. But you're like Wolves and funny teams like that. But yeah, it was slap bang in the COVID outbreak, wasn't it? So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, like
I don't know,
bro.
And
like,
also,
our club was sanctioned this year. Like,
with everything going on,
much wahala. Like, it's been a mad season. It's been a
Oscar
mad
also,
season.
and to add to that as well. No, Adrian makes a great point about the transfer thing, and I think that has to bring it. I'll bring it down to a 7. The thing is
you bring it down to a 7.
Because I had 7.5. I said 7.5.
So I said 8. Okay, cool.
No, 7.5. What's it called? But also, do you remember Chelsea's COVID situations compared to everybody else's? By the way, and what games were going off, what games were happening in. You know, Chelsea were playing like 8 games in 10 days. And regardless, with 6, 7, 8 COVID cases. Meanwhile, we have a staff member with COVID, and we get a game that's pulled from January to May.
Someone with a broken nail.
Yeah, someone's cut their finger.
We were slated. Liverpool, because they made the Champions League, they're going to play more games than us. But before that, we were slated to play the most games of any team in the league, and we never had a single game called off. Not one. Everyone else had games moved.
There is a bit of all that. So for me, it's a 7, man. You got 2 trophies and you got 2 other finals.
Before anyone else gives their opinion, because I want to hear what you guys have to say, let me go to the comments because there's a lot of people talking about a lot of stuff. Baraka said, Oscar, personally, I would rate our season from a 7 to a 7.5. Winning the Super Cup, Club World Cup, ups the rating. Going to 2 finals, getting knocked out
You
by
know
Madrid
what?
ain't too bad. The
Absolutely.
synopsis of the season is better than watching it. When you watch it play out, you're very
That's the thing.
disappointed.
Yeah.
When you look at it from, let me just take what actually happened, it's not as bad. Boss like Endo said, Tuchel has failed this season. Man tried to compare him to Klopp. They did.
Yeah,
That was
but again, it's things like that. So that's why.
Sorry. But again, you know me, Adrian. I was never saying those things.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
was never saying. There's a lot of Chelsea fans that were saying these things. I was never saying these things.
Yeah, you be consistent in your thoughts.
Who's saying,
Guys,
David?
have Arsenal had a shot on target, bro?
Ooh, good question.
It's a phenomenal question. I don't think Dubravka's got any dirt on his elbow whatsoever.
As far as I'm concerned, the
His
last
jobs are
time
clean.
last time I looked at possession, I saw 67%.
I haven't seen
That's the last time I saw it.
I don't know what is. I don't know what color.
Bro,
his
I've
hair is, I
not
don't know what
seen him
trim
make
he's
a
got.
save. I've not
haven't
seen
seen
him
his
make a
kit.
save, bro.
And now they're bringing on Trippier. Interesting.
Yes, Caesar Sense says people conflated the hype that Chelsea were given from winning the UCL, and that meant they were 100% in the title race. They were minimum finishing second. Big cap. Yeah, big cap. And there was periods of the summer and the season where I fell into it, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe we could. Maybe we add Lukaku as the missing piece, but it didn't work. There's a lot of people saying, or Tenzin saying, Club World Cup is not a big achievement. You're playing some ish team in terms of investment.
Do you know what? I hate that. I friggin' hate when a trophy gets
a huge achievement.
Listen, do you know what? I'm a big fan of the Community Shield, by the way, because it's the Premier League champion against the FA Cup champion. That's nothing to be sniggering at. I get that it's presented in a way like, it's not like the German Super Cup or the Italian one, or even the Spanish one, where it looks so mega and big. It really means something. Like, no trophy should be sniffed at, none whatsoever. If you're the best in South America, the best in Asia, the best in wherever else, and then you come to play head to head,
I agree.
come on, man.
I agree.
The Club World Cup is a huge thing.
What's that says? A 6 ? Your season is a 5 at best. You have less wins than Arsenal. Sarri got 72 points, finished third and won a Europa. What's the difference between him and Tuchel? Well, first of all, if you're saying what's the difference between him and Tuchel, Sarri is not a 6. Sarri's season is not a 6. So why you're comparing him?
Sarri season's a 9, by the way.
I would say like an 8, maybe 7.5. Sorry.
No. Oscar, top 3 and a Europa League.
Sorry took us from 5th to 3rd and won a Europa League.
Well, didn't Sarri get sacked though?
Sorry left.
Sorry left because of the frigging dross that's going on.
Sorry left.
But,
so he, like, comparing him to Sarri, it's like, look, is this what's up? Like, it's.
By the way, Sarri gets a 9. remember when Conte left, where Chelsea were? Look where Chelsea were when Conte left.
Yeah.
Right? And Sarri came, shut down shop. You know them ones. Fair play to him.
It's mad because I think if you
Dubravka's wearing purple, by the way.
I've seen that. He's wearing purple. If you add all the context in for Chelsea, you can understand why we played so bad. And if you strip away all the context and just look at the results, final of 2 cups, and third,
and not be beaten in the 90 either. Not being beaten in the 90.
Like, come on, man, it's not as bad as it seems. I think what's bad is losing 4 to Brentford, losing 4 to Arsenal at home. These things make it look worse than the actual outcome of those.
The eye test counts.
Did it make it look worse though? Because those are things that actually did happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you lose and then you win the league, like, you don't care about the losses, do you?
No.
I'm talking about the result of the season. The summation of it is we're third.
But I don't know if I obviously, you're third, granted. But like when you're mentioning some of those, bro, you held 4 to Brentford's.
They're stinkers. They're absolute stinkers. And that's why, look, if we were third, 5 points away from Liverpool, I'd be saying this is a 7 or an 8. But I'm saying it's a 6 because of those results.
Right. Let's get moving, shall we?
Yeah, let's get moving on.
Yeah, let's go to
20 minutes. 20 minutes for Arsenal to salvage their Champions League hopes. Meanwhile, Faisal says, "What's up, people? I think the season has been a 6/7 for us." How even dare you say us? You absolute. It's been quite mediocre season with the circumstances, but hey ho, some people would take our season with 2 finals. Would I take it? Yeah, definitely. I would. Bro,
you snapped my hand off.
I'm shanking guys for that season.
Oscar, where's Mo? Where is Mo?
Arsenal Mo.
Come on. Where is he, bro? He needs to come. Where is he?
Yo,
We need-
wait,
Get him
Hey.
immediately.
You're
Immediately.
You're not the only person looking for Mo right now.
He
There's
needs
a
to
whole
come on.
There's a whole Twitter
today.
timeline that is looking for
Who,
Mo.
Why,
who,
what
who,
for Mo?
who said last week that he needs to be brought to the table if it goes wrong? I can't remember who
Yeah,
said it.
with Peter.
Why?
I
What
said
happened?
it.
What happened? What happened?
David said it. So
Remind
Mo,
me.
my guy Mo that was on the Arsenal fan, very, very pro Arteta, very, very.
Oh that Mo. I
Yeah.
thought you meant Chelsea
Yeah.
Mo. I was
No,
there
no,
thinking
no,
of
bro.
Chelsea Mo. Okay.
Arsenal Mo, yeah. C1 is saying, look, Arsenal Mo blood. Davidson wants to cook him.
hiding.
Yeah, of course.
Hiding.
He's a big Arteta fan, and he believed that Arteta will get this job done. And so far, he was right. Tonight, it's looking sticky because
I
Arsenal.
mean, you know,
Arsenal are throwing the kitchen sink at this. They've got Pepe on. They've got Lacazette on. They've got Martinelli on. These are all the subs now. So,
Arsenal, man, Europa League it is, bro. Europa League it is.
Oh god.
Arteta genuinely looks like he wants to cry. I'm not even bantering.
Who? Arteta.
Yeah.
He's had a stinker.
The truth is, because there's only one person to blame this season if Arsenal finish fifth. You know what I'm saying? And it's Mikel Arteta, unfortunately. Like, you know, especially with what opportunity there was to grasp at this. But anyway, we'll talk about it after the game. We'll talk about it after the game anyway. Because who knows? Arsenal could go and win the game 2-1 and we're smiling to the bank.
Yeah, man.
What's it called? Yeah, what's my man's name? Robin said that let's go to the east side of London, where of course Manchester City had to come from 2 behind to draw 2-2 to keep that title race firmly in their hands. What was your guys' thoughts when you watched this game?
I said, why are they throwing this away unnecessarily? That's what I said.
Really? Interesting. When do we start giving teams like West Ham the praise for being absolutely on fire when they started off the first half? When do we do
Don't get me wrong, Bowen was doing their thing.
By the way, Gerard Bowen is the first name on the team sheet in Qatar. This is not a debate. He is the first name on the team sheet. The guy is so underrated. It's a farce.
Hey, P, you know Southgate's not going to pick him, bro.
Listen, he may not, innit? He may not. But I'm saying, for how versatile he is, he does not get enough credit. We should be lapping this guy up. He's unbelievable. I love him. I love Gerard Bowen. He's sick player. But yeah, West Ham I thought were good in the first half. You know what I'm saying? 2-0, and they kept it tight. City obviously were always going to have the ball. They had the ball. They did nothing with the ball. But I think that's credit to West Ham. You know, in the second half, City then really drove at West Ham, and that ball stayed, you know, the 6-yard box. But imagine it going all the way to touch on the wings, yeah? The ball stayed there for 45 minutes. And it's no wonder that Man City got 2 back. Could have had 3.
You know what?
West Ham could have also
And it should still be. It should have been 3-2. To be honest.
Did you know
which way? It could have gone either way. No.
Monday Night Football. What about it? The beginning, like Gary Neville breaking down. Yeah, City.
I didn't see his bit properly, but no. Yeah, go on. But what happened?
Obviously, the fullbacks weren't in their correct positions, not making enough space for De Bruyne and that man there. Second half, they patterned it, and obviously they started cooking, bro. Mm-hmm. And here's my pet peeve. Here's another pet peeve for man. Yeah, if you got your leg man on the pitch, bro, he should be your number 1 penalty taker, bro. Mm-hmm. Bring this dibby man to seal the Premier League title. To seal the Premier League title, to all but guarantee it, bro. Your leg man needs to be taken, and that's Kevin De Bruyne.
Especially if he scored 4.
I was going to say, who is the leg man? To be fair,
yeah, I was going to say,
who is it?
KDB,
it's KDB
bro.
still. It's KDB still.
No, I'm with you, David, in the sense of, you know, it's mushy with the penalty takers at City. You know, 1 week is Sterling, 1 week is Mahrez, 1 week is Jesus, and they're all missing, by the way.
It's been like this for years as well.
It's been like this for years.
Bring the leg man, bro. This team all about seal the title, bro.
I think it will be clear that Haaland is taking all penalties next season. I think it could be. I think we could be confirmed on that. Which I watched his last game for Dortmund, by the way. Pretty emotional.
I see one's made a comment, and I just want to concur. I just want to agree.
Whoa.
Grealish second half masterclass. That's what they're saying.
I mean, I saw him score. So big him up.
Oh yeah.
I pick him up. Like, he dug his team out of a hole.
Grealish, right, was playing like the Villa Grealish we've become accustomed to, right? This happened at the Bernabeu as well, where after the goal, I think City had scored a goal at the Bernabeu, and then Grealish had 2 great chances. We don't see Grealish running enough at defenders at Man City, and I don't understand why that is. I can't imagine Guardiola training him to not. He would have known why he signed him.
I low-key disagree, you know.
He never really used to do that at Villa.
No, I feel like
go at defenders. No,
yeah, not really.
No, because
I
feel
thought he
like
had the
Grealish.
Yeah,
I feel like he's been doing like an Iwobi thing. Like he will take it to the zone, but do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like he's like a second, third demon. Like he'll take it to the zone, but then like it will stop from there.
I will say this. I will say this, right?
Yeah.
I will say this. Every time the ball was like, where where Grealish was and where Mahrez was, when the ball was on those 2 sides, big up Shaka Hislop, you done know. Why is Kevin De Bruyne 10 yards away from the box? Because I don't know if you remember, but like every time Grealish sort of came, Zinchenko got involved, fullbacks were getting involved, the ball was like around the D, and it was a bit like, where is De Bruyne? I'm looking for De Bruyne, like, where are you? And I see he's like 10 yards behind them. Why is De Bruyne never in that space? Because they don't even look to pass it to him either. It doesn't even seem like that's the game plan, to bring it out to him so he can just pelt it. What's the theory there?
Austin.
Right, okay then. All right then. I'm sure we'll find out next season then.
Right, I was watching the game. I missed what you said.
I brought out some incredible analysis about Kevin De Bruyne's play.
Hey man, let it linger, let it fester. Who knows?
Let it fester. No, I was asking a question. I genuinely asked a question, and Newcastle on the break, and then they cut it outside wide, and it comes back into, is it Jacob Murphy? Oh, it's a save by Ramsdale. Why is there only one man back?
You can see why I was preoccupied when you were talking. I was watching that.
Jesus of Nazareth. Now the thing is, we're going gun ho, aren't we? Arteta's
done
because he got rid of Tavares. He's brought on Lacazette. He's got, and then obviously who did Pepe come on for? Does anyone know?
I think Gabby. I think.
Yeah, it's Gabby.
Oh, Martinelli. Oh, okay, fine. So he went like
Gabriel.
No, Gabriel.
Oh, so there you go. We got 1 centre half then, and no left back. So he's going full pelt.
He needs to tuck that in the bottom corner, bro. That's just shocking, blood.
He's going full pelt for it. Oh dear.
Hey, Arteta. Hey, listen, bruv. And remember what we were saying the other week? Giving him the new contract before the Tottenham game. Man, them are too fast, blood.
I mean,
man, them are too. Do you know what we basically just done? We've just done an Ollie, bruv. Reunited. Let man secure the thing and then offer it contract, bruv.
No, the thing is, David, they were always going to give the contract. They were always doing it. You have to understand. The bed was laid.
The PR is this is awful PR.
No, but the thing is though, David.
Stinker.
But David, you would be annoyed had, say, we finish 5th, right? And then the contract comes out. They did it at a feel good moment where it's like, look, we're on the up, things are happy, and then bang, we slammed it on.
Where are we now?
Listen. The truth is, this could have always been a possibility. And then if you give him the new contract now, what message are you sending?
You're saying you've made your bed. At least then you don't offer him a free. How many years? It's not free, blood.
Well,
you've given him 3
the thing
years.
is, they were always going to do it.
You extend him 2, bruv. If he's not made champion 2, bruv.
Arteta is dead ass trying to throw the game. Peter, how are you feeling right now?
Man, I'm gutted. Like I said, Baraka, like when I left the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, like that's it. That was the moment. It was when I was walking. Imagine being in a sardine pack full of Spurs. Yeah, I'm in Northumberland Park, asking myself questions. What am I doing in MPK? Am I here for a friggin' Marvel video? Double S and them man there.
I'm making a Reddit's coming up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm dead.
Pete, look at these man, bruv. Can you imagine? Look at the journey the man have made, bruv.
Flipping Nora. Callum Wilson should have really buried it there, John. Look, David, this is going to happen. If we're throwing things forward, this is definitely going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We are throwing the kitchen sink at it.
Look at those Arsenal fans that travelled all the way up north, blood.
6 hours. 6 hours to go up north if you travel
on a Monday.
on a Monday night.
On a Monday.
On a Monday night.
And not only that, do you know how many stairs they have to climb? Or
oh, what, bro? I've done them stairs. Let me tell you guys, that is a workout. My heart rate did not calm down until Arsenal scored. Flipping hell. That's when my heart rate came back.
What's Stairmaster? What level? What? 15?
Bro, my Fitbit thought I was doing zones. I was like, no, I'm not in the zone. I'm literally trying to catch my breath, for goodness sake. Yeah, man, Baraka, man. It's look, it's one of those ones. You know, like what we're talking about Chelsea in terms of out of 10. Like when the dust is settled and the smoke is cleared and it's June, I'll be thinking, okay, look, boom. I always thought we were going to finish 5th. We're in the situation where, you know, we could be in the Europa League. We're in the Europa League rather, and you know it's kind of what I expected, type of thing. So afterwards, I will get over it and start a brand new season. But top 4 in terms of Champions League, he has to have a blockbuster transfer window. Otherwise, Champions League football will not be at Arsenal for years to come.
Exactly.
Because Newcastle's on the way up. Spurs. I mean, listen, guys. When Spurs have had like 2 crises, if that makes even sense. Two crises this season. Look at them. Look at them now. You know them ones. And we're talking, it has been Groundhog Day over there. But when you recruit a world-class manager, it's a no-brainer that you're going to exceed expectation. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, you saw me at the start of the season, guys. We have to get some footage back again. And I may even watch some early episodes and just remember how I was then, just to remind myself. Because obviously I did not expect this luxury of being in a title in a top 4 race at this moment in time. Robin is celebrating. It's moving here. Is it Bruno Guimaraes? I don't know what's going on here. Newcastle have possession. It's flicked into Callum Wilson. Oh, is it to Joe? Is it Bruno Guimaraes? Of course it's Bruno Guimaraes. The man who doesn't sign for Arsenal scores for Newcastle United. Arsenal are out of the Champions League for 2023. It's over. And that man right there, Mikel Arteta, is the only reason. Is the only reason. AD, you know, I'm a lawyer for Pep Guardiola. I'm a AD. I'm a lawyer for Pep Guardiola.
My stance ain't changed on Arteta.
Hey, David, you can start. You can start. You can start.
We'll be quiet. What you have? Look at the excellence in your team. Why do you wish this upon my life, bro? Why you got world class, bro? Winning you trophies and you're defending the crap. Look at the crap you've given your defending, bro. This guy is trash. Oh my god, I've had enough, bro.
Yeah. That is the top 4 done, man. That is the top 4 done.
Possibly your brother chose the wrong team. You should have guided him properly.
Absolutely. But actually, Arteta, I can't even blame the players for this. Arteta, this is your fault, bro. All lies at his feet, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Because on too many occasions this season, he's made the problems. You know them ones. It's fine if you want to blame other things, but when you're creating the problems yourself, no, I have no sympathy on him on this one. And you know, having this guy as the manager this is what I'm going to get all season. It's going to be a roller coaster. Get your seatbelt on, and this is why, for accidents like this.
So they've got flipping Ant and Deck in the crowd going crazy,
going guaranteed in there.
Because remember, he fell at some hard times. Someone like is back, yeah.
Yeah, big up Ant Partler.
The thing is, nobody here disagrees that the number one reason for this top 4 slip is down to Mikel Arteta. Nobody here disagrees.
No, because came to. Oh, are we all right?
Yeah, you kind of froze for a sec.
Okay, I was going to carry on speaking. I think we're good. Okay. I said it while we was like 10 games ago. I said out of all the teams that should be patterning, it should be Arsenal because their running was the best out of the lot. And they had the best opportunities to do it. So I concurred. Yeah.
Do you know what,
they played United, Chelsea, Spurs, West Ham away. Was that the best?
In like the last 5, yeah.
Adrian, all of us, we deserve this. I said this from time. I told Peter, we should have played Tottenham when they were in the dumps, bro. Yeah. We gave Conte time to add sauce, bro.
to breathe into
bring
it.
bring that Italian whatever ingredients he put in there, bro. Yeah,
Fresh.
we've gone and lost on the bounce. Southampton, Brighton.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
Palace.
Yeah.
Palace.
Palace.
Palace, bro.
That's where this was lost essentially.
And
in
then
those games.
man, them got gas. I told you, man, them got gas against. We beat Chelsea. You know, obviously it was a nice time. Stamford Bridge. I was there live in the flesh. Calm, but I said this game, bro.
It was a nice time, wasn't it?
I said this game. I said the Premier League are going to throw spanners in the work, Pete. And I said this weeks ago. You refused to listen to man. What happened? We saw what happened, bro. Nonsensical penalty, but then we still have Arsenal fans saying, we lost the war, but we'll win the battle.
I said it.
Absolutely.
And I said Spurs are going to do it. I said Spurs are going to do it.
Do we not watch the same team, bruv? What are we looking at, bruv? Do we not watch the same team and all these optimistic Arsenal? I do not understand you. Oscar, I need more on
and
tonight,
I said it.
Find him. You need to come. I need an explanation.
Yeah, and I remember saying last week, I said it all depends on the North London derby who gets the top four. And look what happened.
I need more Arsenal more on today.
It was never done. Now
Do you know what
I
Mo
think
will
it's
tell you,
done.
though? He'll tell you that you wasn't expected to get top four anyway. You're probably the
I
fifth
don't
best
know.
team.
I
You're probably
I
the
don't
fifth best
wanna
team
hear
in the league.
And
Respectfully.
The only person who can speak with him is Pete, because Pete said it at the beginning of the season. We're the fifth best team, and that's where it looks like we're gonna finish. Pete,
And what's funny was that was my in my head. It was Man United in the fourth spot, and obviously Spurs having Nuno. That's the worst part about it. As soon as they went and got Conte, I just said, "Good grief, what's going on here?" You know.
Pete, you're the only one who can talk to him about in hindsight. You said it from the beginning.
Here's the thing, David. Though, if he is the manager, which has been my number one stance, this is what you get. Okay, when you're a novice at the top, and you're having to bring success to the football club. And it's the what is angering me most, of course, is that he was recruited, but number two, the getting rid of Maitland-Niles, the getting rid of Guendouzi, Torreira, Aubameyang, by the way. Yeah, I put in the group chat yesterday, 11 goals in 16 for Barcelona.
The league on player of the season.
In the league. Oh, by the way, Saliba won Young Player of the Season in League 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, these are the reasons. The thing is, here's the thing. If you tell me a novice does that, I don't blame the fact that the novice done it, because he's a novice. That's what they do. But at the end of the day, when I said that the real issue is here, that he should never be anywhere near this. And it's the truth. Like, I don't care what anybody thinks in terms of how good he can be and how much he can play. Why is he learning his trade at the Arsenal is one thing I cannot get my head around. Yeah, I can't. And why are we playing it? You know, Eddie Howe's a better manager than him. Or are we just going to ignore that? Are we just going to sort of let that one go? Like, he got Bournemouth from League 2 to the Premier League for 5 years straight. That is a manager. That's coaching. That's building a team. Look what he's done at Newcastle. Say what you want about those new signings. By the way, how many of those new signings have actually made the impact in this Newcastle side? None more than the manager. None more than the manager. I watched Everton recruit Ancelotti the day we recruited Mikel. It was hilarious to see, because our first game was Everton away. And one was sat in one not dugout, but they were sat in their board areas, right? And then, of course, I'm watching Conte. People say, Conte wouldn't come to Arsenal. Conte this, Conte that.
That's why he asked that. That's why he asked to come.
He's at Spurs. He's at... Guys, let's put this into perspective. Tottenham Hotspur in the last 2 seasons have had Conte and Jose Mourinho. It's the most hilarious thing in the world. But this is what happens when you have a novice manager and quite frankly a dictator, somebody who, as we've mentioned so many times on this podcast, every single time it's like Is he Gaddafi? This is not a country for him to dictate. Because at the end of the day, the players that have walked out the door this season and gone out on loan and gone wherever is the reason we're not in the top 4 today. And you can say it's those 3 games. Yeah, guess what? Because the players were not there. We could talk about all the injuries we want. People are going to talk about our injuries, by the way. At the end of the day, he had a plethora of players. He got rid of them all.
Partey coming back late from African Cup of Nations. We played him against, who was it? Was it Leicester? I can't even remember.
David, in the month where the African Cup of Nations, it wasn't a surprise. It's like Christmas. It comes, and we know when it comes, right?
Liverpool,
It came, and it was Liverpool. And by the way, we got rid of Maitland-Niles in that time. And didn't replace. That it's not even just January. August and January are the reasons for this. First of all, recruiting him is part of the main problem because any half decent manager, guys, I'll be playing the Champions League music next season. Any half decent manager right now with this football club.
Wow.
So yeah, that's your roller coaster ride that I spoke about in August.
Wow.
It will be bumpy. It's just the fact that now that you missed the opportunity this time round, don't think it's going to come back to you again.
It's not going to come back again, bro.
With Man United and Spurs. By the way, if Conte remains, obviously it looks like he will remain if they're in the Champions League, and you think they throw the bag at him, they throw the bag at him. He knows how to sign a player, by the way, and Peritici's there as well. So
they got in his. This is just.
But here we are, man. I'm a deflated fan. I was worse than this at Spurs away. This is like the diluted version of it.
This is a joke. This is a joke, man.
I was gonna say what's happened. We can.
Nothing new has happened. I'm actually so shocked that this collapse has happened to Arsenal. I'm looking at the players' faces. Like every time I catch a close up of a player, I'm looking at. I'm not. Like I get what you mean.
Yeah,
like I'm not really.
You were one of the people that stood firm. That, by the way, guys, it's Arsenal.
It's a bunch of kids. It's a bunch of kids.
Exactly. I mean, look, it's top to bottom, isn't it?
It's not me saying. It's not me saying that. Oh wow, Ramsdale's still making saves at this hour. It's. No,
well done to Newcastle.
When Chelsea lost the FA Cup final and they panned to all the players and there's this devastation on their faces. That's what I'm seeing now from the Arsenal players, and the game is still on. Looking at I'm literally saying Arteta's fuming. Like he looks like he's trying to keep the number one composure, but you can see in his face he is furious. These players are frustrated. Saka missed the chance and he's just effing and blinding like at the referee for no reason. But he's screaming at the ref, getting booked for no reason. Like they are they've lost their heads, and you can only imagine what this is feeling like. Top 4 has been the culmination of your entire season. You went 3 games in a row. You beat Chelsea. You beat United. I can't remember who the other team you beat was in that 3. But
West Ham
away.
Yeah, exactly.
And for it to be thrown away at Spurs and here.
Oh, the irony.
The fans, there's fans in the ground. The final whistle over here, guys. The final
honestly, like
Newcastle United. It's over.
Every Monday,
is over.
Every Monday we've done a watch along with Arsenal. We've lost. We've done a madness, and I knew
it was serious. It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like we've been here before.
I think even when we played at home to Palace, we drew 2-2 or something like that, didn't we?
And that was the last minute winner. I mean,
yeah. And then he piped us up at Selhurst. Now look at this, bro. It's just Amazon. I hope you've got good content. Congratulations for ruining my season. Thank you. I'm not gonna pay my $7.99, bruv, to watch that nonsense. Bruv. I'm not. Bad enough, bro.
Well, Paul Looker,
bro. Oh yeah, Adrian, you know, bruv. You know Adrian, bruv.
Taha says, see who got man of the match. Yeah, Callum Wilson, man of the match. Light, man. Light. That's light for us. That's light.
You know what, Oscar? Remember all those years where you said, I don't know if you were bantering or not, but you said like Newcastle have a team, but it was maybe like three or four decent players. All of a sudden,
That was a stinker. But you know, I've always got Newcastle in the back of my mind.
Are you seeing this side, bruv? Everyone hunched over and disappointed.
So I'm saying it looks like it just lost the final.
The truth is, I don't blame the players. I don't blame the players at all this season. This entire season, I cannot lay a glove on any of them. Not one of them. Because at the end of the day, right, then it's not their fault they're being picked. And it's not their fault they're not ready for this. And again, they're the youngest side in the league. Yeah? They're the youngest side in the league. All I could think about is, I bet if Arteta is pissed off, he better be at himself. It better be at himself. He can blame nothing nor no one. This idea of, maybe referees and this, that, and he said, if I spoke after the Spurs game, if I speak, I'll be suspended for 6 months. Yeah, because you'll be talking drivel that the FA will just have to say, hang on a minute, just catch for a second. What are you talking about, right? You can get upset and angry about stuff. If you're going to get suspended for 6 months, it's because you've been chatting right out your backside. The recruitment in the summer has to be out of this world if Arsenal are going to get in the top 4 again, unless a collapse happens with Man United or Spurs or whatever, right? It has to be out of this world. Now, Europa League, is it enough money? Can we get enough money to bolster up the squad? Who knows? I don't know him entirely. But at the end of the day, the one man that has to be blamed for this entire fiasco and this entire roller coaster ride, the reason why we got into Thorpe Park is because he led us there.
Thorpe Park.
He took us there. And we've gone on Colossus, Stealth, you name the lot. Detonator, whatever they're called.
Should be going down to Red Hill. Well, sorry.
I should be at Centre Parks. Feet up. Butlins. With the family, with the kids.
Oh, mad.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I should be.
Man said tidal wave.
Conte,
Inferno.
you know what's so funny? Conte went to Spurs and he said, my God, what an absolute crap show this is.
He said
this
it.
Is a debacle. He said
he said it. He said it.
He even said, like, you know what? Like the club needs to decide if they want to sack me or not. Like he got there, right? But you know what, Adrian? When you have nuts and you're an Italian manager,
Still Italian stallion.
I watched a video of him the other day, an interview of him the other day. He says he's not romantic. He says he's not, because they were talking about him being passionate on football. He says, I'm more passionate about football than my wife. You know what I'm saying? This is the same man that said,
that doesn't surprise me.
This is the same man that said, if he does not work hard or run hard, I prefer to kill him. This guy was no nonsense. I don't want to make this a eulogy about frigging Antonio Conte, because it's not the case. The case may be is that Oscar, don't be so disrespectful to a manager that's brought you a league title, okay? Come on, and an FA Cup. I mean,
when I said no, that's not. It wasn't a disrespect to Conte. It was like, this is about Arsenal. This moment is about
of course.
Arsenal.
Yeah, but you're watching Arsenal make their own mistakes, but then you're watching other clubs make good appointments, make good decisions. You understand? The Kuzelewski of this world and the Bentancur and whatever, like they're making good things. Meanwhile, we got rid of everybody and didn't bring anything in.
Yeah, and what Robin's saying is right. Now, a draw is enough for Spurs essentially. Boss Lakendo said it's not over. Says one team to bottle this, it would be Spurs.
No.
But even if Spurs lose, I know my boy Lamps is getting a point at the Emirates. You know what I mean? Fenton says these Arsenal players are weak, no energy, no tactical plan from start against Newcastle.
But that's unfair though. Yeah, to say tactically weak, that's not about the players, then, is it? If you say tactically, you say the players are weak when there's no tactics. It's like, well, hang on a minute, which one is it?
A full stop. He's saying the players are weak, no energy, no tactical plan from start against Newcastle. I think he's saying that's in addition. Like, I don't think he's saying the players are at fault for there being no tactics. Peter, I thought Arsenal were playing against City the way they played against Newcastle.
Peter, I thought you haven't. City was on New Year's Day.
Oscar, it's time.
It's been a long time.
Lamps, Arteta prop, or shall I wait till the last game? Look. So,
wait a minute, Taha. No. Hang on.
Yeah, he's got point.
Oscar.
Yes, guys,
you cannot compare a guy who is in 18th or 17th place to a guy with the younger squad in 5th. We cannot do that. Man. We cannot do that. And by the way, Arteta will beat Lamps again come next Sunday.
I don't care, bro. I don't care about that, man.
I've not got top 4 with no money and a bunch of championship players. But today is not about Frank Lampard, right?
I don't care.
Did you see a squad? Have you looked at his squad?
Arteta's just annoyed me, bro. I don't even care.
Championship
You lot, I know your banter, bro. Enough off, bro. I'm just bro.
Yeah, listen, Assad, they're not surprises. Those stats are not surprises.
Oh,
You know, I wonder if the points as well were as good as last year and the year before. I think last year we finished in the mid-50s or something like that. But you know, I'll just love to hear what the analysis is. But we're on a podcast, and we need to somehow talk about football.
Wow.
But yeah,
Wow. I'm stunned. Adrian, do you have any thoughts on this or not?
And again, you know, as much as I've sort of been on the Arsenal bandwagon and I've wanted them to get fourth, my prediction was ultimately the young squad just wouldn't be able to get it over the line when it came to crunch time. So it is bitterly disappointing because I do think getting top 4, getting Europe, that banner of Champions League football would be a big accelerator in getting Arsenal to that next stage. They can still get there, but now obviously it's a lot more difficult. But look, I think as an Arsenal fan, you just got to look at the recruitment last season and say, well, you know what? You guys are onto something in the market. There's a particular type of profile you guys are going for. I feel like now, maybe I don't necessarily know what a Mikel Arteta is, but I certainly know what would improve this side. And look, you go again. You know, you go again. Like, it's tough. It is gonna hurt, and it is a kick in the nuts. But yeah, we just gotta go again, man. We just gotta go again.
Oh wow, Amazon
But it is tough.
Amazon have tweeted they're changing the name of the documentary to All for Nothing instead of All or Nothing.
Amazon ain't done that. Turn it in.
They haven't. I'm showing a bit of banter. Tahar says,
there's good people at Amazon. There's some good people there.
Yeah. Tahar, now's not the time. I don't think they want to hear it, man. They don't want to hear the truth bombs right now. Barack says Arteta is a wanted man once he arrives back in North London. Boss Lakendo says Emery got 70 points to finish 5th, got to Europa final, but got ran out the building. Meanwhile, this bum has bottled top 4 with 1 game a week. Oh, there you go. It's damning, isn't it?
It's not to say Emery should be back. It's to say
it's true.
It's to keep the ambition. If you sack Emery for that kind of performance, brilliant. Bring in something now with some nuts. Give me some balls in this whole frigging football club. However, we went completely the wrong way.
We can't argue with consistency. No,
you can't argue with it.
This is what Emery was sacked for. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I feel like there was a bit of turbulence. I feel like maybe the players perhaps didn't respect him. Whereas I do actually think Arteta does have that buy-in from the players. That's the only major difference. But in terms of produce, obviously Arteta has the FA Cup. But in terms of league produce,
Adrian, he's too inconsistent. These teams are just...
It's been the same.
Like, this is reflective of the manager, bro. Because your team's a two-higgy hagger, bro. I'm sorry. Klopp, I know what I'm going to get from Klopp. I know what I'm going to get from Guardiola. Bro, what am I getting?
But the thing is, I do feel like in full form, we're starting to see what to get from Arsenal. Genuinely, I do think that.
Bro, we're relying on Eddie. Bro, it took him the season started in August. It took him till April to drop Lacazette, bro. The guy doesn't work in the team, bro.
Why being left as our top goal scorer?
Again, I slightly disagree with that. I think there was a period of the season where Lacazette's link-up play was offering Arsenal something. Genuinely, he had a fair amount of assists.
But we need him to score goals, bro.
Exactly. And then it came to the point where it's crunch time. We need more for you actually get in the bloody box. You're not there.
Adrian, we've scored 56 goals this season, right? Wow. You know, West Ham have scored more. You know, Leicester have scored more. Leicester are in 9th place. They've scored more goals.
But Peter, you see when you say that, because my point has always been you need a bloody number 9. So part of my...
we had one. No. Come back.
Yeah. No. You have to speak on it.
They had one.
We had one.
They had one. And guess what?
By the way, we had a world-class one, by the way. We had a world-class one, by the way.
I said it when it happened.
He's elite.
When it happened, if Arteta got top 4 without Aubameyang, it would have been a great achievement, and he made the right decision. If he does not,
it's true.
If he does not, he's judged on that decision.
I don't think it doesn't necessarily mean it's right, because still 56 goals is terrible in a Premier League season. 56 goals is terrible. Even if you get in the Champions League, it's terrible.
You have a goal.
And-
You have a
and-
goal.
And
You have a goal.
There's
The
no
goal
wonder
was-
why we chased for a striker.
The goal was the Champions League, and a lot of us feel like Aubameyang would have helped you get there. He felt like Aubameyang was
over the
a
line. Yeah,
No,
over the line.
Oscar, don't do it to me because Aubameyang, I'm still crawling. I'm crying over the fact Maitland-Niles went away on loan. He's in a European final, by the way, Maitland-Niles. I'm crawling that he went in the week where we were playing Charlie. Nelson is the other one. Which fine, you want to get rid of Nelson, fine. I mean, Pepe is giving you nothing. People like Pepe will have to be sold in the summer. There's no way you're keeping players like that at the club, especially when you don't want them.
People are tweeting the Champions League video. Inject it into my veins, guys. Inject it into my veins. I don't know how long you want to stay on this, or whether we should just run through the rest of these fixtures.
Oscar, you're a waste man. Do you know that, Oscar?
I'm my waste man.
Have you seen IP? Have you seen what he tweet?
What's he tweeting now?
I know. Whoever is the top four admin.
This is a guy. What did he tweet? What did he tweet?
I didn't tweet anything bad.
What did he tweet?
Nothing bad.
So he's tweeted a photo. No, this on his personal account. He's tweeted a photo.
You can't judge me for my account. It's my account.
Yeah, I hate that story.
No, that's why you're a scumbag, bro. Man tweeted the advert for the thing, the documentary. I guess the answer is nothing, isn't it?
I mean, Oscar, come on, now. That's cheap from you, especially as you've lost a cup final the other day.
It's not cheap enough.
I mean, he's lost the cup final. You know what I mean? He's lost the cup final.
He's lost
two cup finals, and he's here bantering us for not making the top four. I mean, come on, that's low. It's low.
Let me say another thing. Whoever does the Arsenal social media thing, just keep quiet. Just silence, bro. I don't want to see nothing from you.
It'll be silent. We'll be silent. Yeah.
I don't know. Don't tweet defeat at St. James Park, bro. Like, just leave it, man. I don't need to see.
Dowdy, man. I know.
Yeah. Everton 2, Brentford 3. Everton are still in this slump. I mean, it was a horror show what happened at Goodison. I always thought they were going to lose because there was far too much. Like when obviously the atmosphere was raucous. You had the blue flares before the game, before they got to the game. I always felt like Brentford are just going to pattern this, and they got a lot of help. I didn't think they needed it, but 2 red cards. They dealt with the matter. Everton just lose their heads. When they do, they absolutely fold.
Question. I need to question this. So I heard these men were firing fireworks in the supposed Brentford hotel. Yeah. And I'm hearing that the Brentford players weren't even there.
Yeah, I heard the Brentford players, they travelled the same day.
Oh, I thought Ivan Toney mentioned something about it being light work. Like it was nothing. Like throw your fireworks, whatever.
No, they weren't there.
Oh no, actually I think they were there because what's his name? Janelt tweeted afterwards, he was like, "Oh, you should have kept it up for more than 10 minutes." So apparently the fireworks just went on and they didn't last long at all.
It wasn't long. It weren't long.
That's what I was saying. People had video of them fireworks and the video is like 30 seconds. So you think they were doing it all night, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes.
I mean, to be fair, like it's May.
Robin, fireworks from? I heard the story that you're saying, like, they travelled up in the morning, but from Brentford to
Liverpool, that's not a joke thing.
I doubt they would travel up the same day.
Especially for I mean, it was a 4:30. I don't know.
But yeah, like Everton had 2 players sent off. Can anybody name the 2 players that were sent off?
Braithwaite and Rondon.
Those 2 players there, that's all you need. That just sums up the quality of that Everton side.
Oscar, Braithwaite
is thinking.
Braithwaite
could be sacked.
That scored at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, who cares?
Scored at
Who cares that he scored at Stamford Bridge? This season,
that point,
Stamford Bridge don't mean nothing.
That point could keep them up.
I hope it does. I sincerely hope it does. But
I mean, they do have injuries. Let's be honest. The reason why Rondon and Braithwaite played,
I need Leeds to go away.
No, man. I
do
need
their thing.
Everton
I need
gone,
Leeds
man.
to go away.
Leeds can stay. The truth of the matter is, though, Leeds go down because they sacked Bielsa. Don't give a damn what anyone tells me.
Nah,
There's
Peter,
no
they'll
way.
go
Nah,
down
man.
regardless.
Nah, man.
They
Nah,
were
man.
losing 6.
They weren't.
How much did they lose at the Etihad? Was it not 7-0?
They weren't. Many can lose 7 at the Etihad. I've lost 6 a few times.
It was every other game that they'll concede more than 4.
True,
we gave them
not.
like 6 3 times on the bounce.
They were not.
So it's just it's long.
They were not in the bottom 3 when they sacked Bielsa. And as soon as Marsh came in, he won 2 games and everybody thought they were safe. And lo and behold, they met real food and they've been dealt with. And the truth is, at least with Bielsa, they would actually attack you and try and score goals. Whereas with Marsh, it's been very cautious.
I get what
and
you mean.
It's almost like let the dog off the lead. I think we've said this before. Let the dog off the lead. Because that's the only way they need to score goals to survive. You know them ones. And that was like huffing and puffing against Brighton. They huffed and puffed and then blew the house down kind of thing.
Because they're not winning 1-0, are they? Let's be real.
No, never. You know, if that's what you think, then you're delusional. So that's what works in Everton's favour. And of course, Burnley losing against Spurs, the handball, I mean, you know, whatever. Whatever. This Whisper brother is fake. By the way, we ain't doing ourselves any favours. Players keep pressing the self-destruct button. Need a big result at the Emirates or Leeds to lose. I mean,
I don't think Leeds are losing. I think that the big result needs to come at Goodison. Everton simply have to pull their finger out and beat Crystal Palace. Like, that's the only way they're staying up.
Like, but that's what confirms their place, isn't it? What confirms them staying up is winning at thing. Listen, mate.
He said a result at the Emirates or Leeds to lose, and I'm saying I don't think any of those things are coming. I think Arsenal will beat them, and I don't think Leeds are going to lose. So.
It depends. I mean, if Everton lose midweek or draw midweek, right? I think they go guns blazing against Arsenal on Sunday.
What is Everton guns blazing? Like, what is that?
No, well, they'll throw the kitchen sink. Look at us. Look at us when the wind blows against us.
Yeah,
we can fold. We can fold. We've shown it. We can fold. Palace, you know.
Quick question.
I'm gonna say we. For real.
Do Burnley beat Aston Villa?
No.
Yes, they beat Aston Villa.
They just lost to them.
Then Leeds are going down.
Okay.
Then Leeds are going down.
No, Everton won't beat Palace.
Everton won't beat Palace.
Well, if they draw, they're safe.
It's a toss-up. Yeah, that game is a toss-up. It can go
tough
anywhere.
one. I don't know. We have to see. I don't know.
Burnley must beat, what do you call it? Aston Villa to have any chance. Because then it's all it needs is flavour.
Yeah, I mean, my idea would be that Everton go and Leeds and Burnley stay up.
Who's got Leeds last day? Leeds are away to who?
I think they're at Brentford.
Yeah, that's 3 points. You win that. When you need to stay up, you win that.
No, I think Brentford beat them. Brentford are a good side.
I mean, you would have said that about Everton, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
no,
but
I said Brentford would beat
Everton had 2 red cards. They would have won the game if they didn't have 2 red cards.
Yeah, you know what?
But I said Brentford would beat Everton, and Oscar, as I said in the beginning of this, they did not need the help of 2 red cards.
Yes, they did. They were behind twice. What are you talking about?
Yeah, did you see the situation? Did you see the goals?
They were behind twice, Pete.
Did you see the goals?
You're telling me they didn't need help of the red cards. I'm telling you they were behind twice.
So what? They drew level. My point is, Brentford are a better side than Everton. They were going to win that. They were always going to win that game.
They drew level when Everton had 10 men. Come on, man. Everyone went
Everton scored a penalty. They scored a frigging penalty, didn't they?
They won. Like,
yeah, but you're going on like, Everton were the better side. They had a penalty. That's why
they were 1-0 up.
Oscar, did you watch the game?
Yes.
And Everton were the better side.
Yeah, as in first,
cool.
Bro, they put the pressure on. Until the red cards come in.
No. The question is, were they the better side?
What, the entire game?
No, were Everton at any point in the game? Were Everton the better side?
But when they had 11 against 11, that's my point. That's the point I'm making to you.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I don't know what game you watched. I don't.
The game where Everton led twice. That's the game I watched. But yeah, it's a good battle at the bottom. So we'll see what happens final day, man.
Yeah, it is a big battle at the bottom. I think that's all that's left, isn't it? And of course,
the rest is all mid-table dross.
Mid-table dross. Leicester winning 5 at Watford.
Mid-table dross.
Good result for them there. Wolves drawing at home to Norwich. Can I gleam a little bit of hope on Norwich doing something at Carrow Road last game of the season against Spurs?
No, don't ever.
Listen,
I said Swansea scoring a hat trick. Make that 4 now. Make it 4.
Listen.
What are the odds on that?
Listen,
Norwich win.
Well, we've been there before, haven't we? Where Spurs played a relegated side, right? Arsenal were behind them on points, and Arsenal overturned it on the final day of the season because Spurs lost 5-1 to Newcastle at St James's, and Arsenal beat Villa on the last day, and we finished second and finished above Spurs on the final day. But yeah, that more or less wraps up this week's Aston Villa, obviously drawing with Palace. That wraps up this week's football. Who is your goal of the week?
I can't lie, yeah. After Chelsea lost, yeah, I didn't even watch too much football, to be fair.
Trying to think.
By the way,
one of Leicester's.
I know we've had this rant. Time and time again. But listen, FA, please move the FA Cup final to after the season. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What am I doing waiting for Everton to play Brentford the day after the final? That should be the finale. Yeah. After this, the players should be flying to Magaluf for the summer holidays.
Or in the Champions League final. I'm seeing the Europa League final is on Wednesday. Piss taking.
Is on.
I
said why?
European final, and then I'm going to play again on the weekend. How can I play a European final?
Wait. The Europa League final is when?
It's Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
As in this week.
Bro, Wednesday.
Yes.
If I say I'm meeting you on Wednesday.
No,
Oscar,
I said it last week.
No, you said it, but what you said was the Europa League final is before the conference. So I was like, who cares?
Yes, I said it's next week. I
didn't realize that you meant it's mid-season. That's a joke.
Where's the space? The Champions League final is a week. Is it a week or 2 weeks after the Premier League?
My team ain't playing none of these games.
The Champions League final is the last game of football and club football in Europe. It's next Saturday.
When is the conference
before
final?
That next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. It should be the conference this week. Europa next week.
Wow. And
then you do Champions League.
No. They should be playing games after the domestic football is done. We got Milan versus Inter in terms of the title race in Serie A, and we're gonna have a Europa League final before that is even held. No chance.
I know, it's mad.
Who's goal of the week?
Commiserations. Jared Bowen against Man City.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bowen.
Good shot, man.
I'm going Danny Welbeck.
Oh, Danny Welbeck.
That guy was the banger. Yeah,
Danny Welbeck. You see a little Pele celebration as well. See a little Pele celebration.
10 out of 10.
Pele?
Yeah.
Brighton social media. Guys, go on Brighton social media now. Go on their Twitter account. Check the tweet. They tweeted, 10 out of 10 stuff.
Oscar, what was the caption? Do you remember the caption?
Wele.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Here. You see that whoever was on the social media account that day, they deserve a signing on fee. You know what I mean? They deserve a bonus for them.
40 million, yeah?
Maybe. Okay, so are we all agreed on Danny Welbs for goal of the week?
I guess so. I was gonna go to because Bowen's goal was top notch.
You can still have Bowen.
I'm staying with Bowen.
You're staying with Bowen.
I'm staying with Bowen.
Did you see Welbeck's goal?
No, Welbeck's goal was brilliant. It was brilliant.
It was
sensation. But Gerard Bowen for me.
I think you guys are focusing on the bag rather than the goal.
Do you think part of it is because of our expectations of the player as well? It's like when we saw him with that composure and guile and class, we said, you know what, Danny, fair play, mate.
Didn't
think you called it a donkey? He said it's a shortened season, you donkey, because of next season's World Cup. Are you calling a donkey?
I mean, when you say shortened, we still play the same games.
We're in May. It's May the 16th. We're short.
It's May.
What are we talking about? Like, what is going on? You know them ones. Shortened season. Turn it in.
Boss like I just said, Spurs only need a draw because of their goal difference. I mean, if you listen to the podcast, Robin said it about an hour ago. But yeah,
That's harsh. Endo's in every week, man.
I know, Endo. Big up Endo, man. All right, goal of the week. All right, David, you're the deciding one. Is goal of the week Jared Bowen or is it Danny Welbeck?
Danny Welbeck.
Danny Welbeck, former Arsenal. We all know Welbeck has played.
Player of the week. Can I do a quick honourable mention?
Before I was talking about Welbeck, Welbeck's played many honourable nights in the Champions League at the Emirates Stadium. Unfortunately,
oh my God, who did he try and dink? Was it Neuer? Prime Neuer.
Pete, where we going next?
That was for Man United. Oscar, you're a scumbag. You know that.
Me?
Yes, you.
Me?
Friggin' Pharisee, man. This guy. What's it called? Player of the week. Honourable mention.
Sad, you see, man. Chill out.
He's incredibly sad. You see.
Honourable mention to Mark Noble, guys. After 18 years of service at West Ham United, proper EastEnder. That is a Phil Mitch, if ever I've seen one in my life.
Mr. CT himself, you know what I mean?
That's Mr. Canning Tan himself. Yeah, big up to Mark Noble. I welled up as well.
Finest.
Oh, I welled up as well when he gave his speech. He's the only one left? Proper West Ham. He's old school West Ham and he's new school, obviously, for the last couple of years. But like he was in the trenches with West Ham. 18 years, guys. He's in the trenches, blood.
Brother, FIFA 04. When they had Rob Lee. Remember? Do you remember Rob Lee?
Hey, big up boss like Endo. You done no, cuz. You get me repping.
He also said, Oscar, you're going to do me like that, yeah? This ain't the first time you look with thieving Jankro. What is a Jankro? What is that?
It sounds conservative. It sounds like a word conservative.
Apparently, man.
Big up.
Says, give it to my boy Callum. Yeah. We're back.
Callum who?
Callum Wilson, baby. We're back.
Didn't even score.
Callum
didn't even score.
He was the best player today. He won man of
the
match.
Guys. I know a lot happened this weekend, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold
gave me a
pulled out in a cup final. And won his but by the way, remember all this narrative? He can't defend. He's going to cost Liverpool. He can't defend. He's going to cost Liverpool. Look, you see it there. Clearly, he can defend. Who's making last-ditch blocks?
So why do Liverpool fans why do you guys act like you're incapable of understanding things? When people say he can't defend, that doesn't mean he's never going to have a good game of defending. Of course, he's a good defender. He's not elite level defender. Trent is put in the world-class bracket because he's a world-class player because of his ball-playing ability on the ball. However, he's not a world-class defender. That's what people say when they say he can't defend.
I hear people say he can't defend quite a bit. I don't know if I'm crazy.
Come on. I think you're crazy.
AD's the man.
Also, I think a cup final is a pretty opportune time to drop a defensive classic. I'm just saying. But hey,
a defensive classic. Chelsea gave you nothing.
Yeah, because Trent was there. But
facts, man, facts.
Yeah, my shout is Jared Bowen.
Jared Bowen, unlucky to. Was he nominated for Player of the Year?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, I think he was.
I was gonna say unlucky to miss out. Did he? Do you remember? No? Yes or no?
No, he 100% was.
I think he was. Probably.
Also, by the way,
so was Wood-Prowse, which is fast.
Don't get me started on that. James Maddison and Harvey Barnes, they were excellent at Watford.
Peter.
Watford
are down and down.
Yeah, but who was the player of the week? But Harvey Barnes and friggin' Maddison was sensational.
I can't speak on it because I didn't watch that game. But Watford
there you go, then, isn't it? There you go.
Watford are down. Do you know who I thought was really good? Rico Henry from Brentford. He was sensational.
Oh yeah.
He was running down the wing.
I hold tight them idiots at Everton as well, bro. I swear this ain't the first time these batios, yeah? Man, them are giving racial slurs to the parents, to Ivan Toney and Rico Henry's parents. Racial abuse in the stands.
But I was gonna get to that on the
carrying on.
Everton that's not player of the week, Pete. But I was gonna get to that on the other portion because
it's just because you brought up Henry, it triggered me. But yeah, I'm going Harvey Barnes, bro.
Tahar says Marcus Alonso was finding header space on the right. I didn't. Yeah, Yeah, man.
No, Alonso was your threat, man. He was.
He was the only threat. I mean, that's Trent's side, but Adrian's on his phone, so it doesn't matter.
No, of
Clean
course it
sheet.
matters.
Clean sheet. Clean sheet.
Yeah. So who's player of the week, guys?
I've made
Bowen?
my guess.
Yeah, I'll go with Jared for Peter.
Jared.
I don't care, bruv.
Jared Bowen, it is.
Maybe FA
you're
Cup's
so
not doing
sad.
anything anymore.
Team of the week.
They need to get in the queue and sign him.
Guys,
Yeah, Mikel, get in the queue and sign
It
him.
was a 0-0, Adrian. Come on, man. Do me a favor.
Whoa. So defender got a 0-0 in the cup final, but yeah. Anyway,
All right, say nothing. Yeah,
Jared Bowen scored twice against City. Did a better job at trying to win you the league.
you know what? Yeah, I think about both Havertz still.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Adrian's also a scumbag. Adrian's also a scumbag. Yo, big scumbag, Adrian. Adrian's a scumbag.
A man scored two against Manchester City, and you're fighting for a guy because he locked down Pulisic.
Oscar, don't do that. Don't do that because you're Danny Welbeck. Meanwhile, I was talking about Jared Bowen's goal against Man City when he's round the keeper. He's round Edison and
Danny Welbeck scored a better goal. Let's not lie.
Did you see Jared Bowen's goal? And anyway, fine. All right, fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
I pick up to her. Reece James got a 0-0 too, and Reece James was excellent. But we expect that from Reece. He's a good defender.
Yeah, the answer is Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen gets team of the week. Player of the week. Team of the week is difficult. I'm going to go Leicester City, 5-1 winners.
Oh, Peter, Watford are down.
Pack it in.
All right, a team wins 5-1, and we're talking about what the situation is. I mean, they battered them.
Watford
very
are downer.
well.
They're downer than down.
Pack it in. Pack it in, Pete.
All right.
Who's team of the week, guys?
West Ham are a strong contender.
I'm laughing because Peter actually made a good shot.
Yeah,
Newcastle United. Maybe Newcastle.
I mean,
Newcastle still.
Beating mid-table fodder. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, big up Newcastle.
Oscar, don't worry. Yours is coming.
Mine already came. Mine, you had to crash it on me at the beginning of this pod. You didn't do it.
I didn't crush it on you. I haven't said anything about Chelsea on this pod.
That's what I said. You had the opportunity. You didn't take it.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not a scumbag. I'm gonna keep my integrity. I'm like Kurt Angle with the 3 eyes. What's it called? Yeah. So Newcastle or Leicester? Where are we going? Newcastle for me.
Newcastle for me too.
Yeah, Newcastle, man.
2-0, man. Comprehensive.
Yeah.
Right. Early showers.
I just want to do a quick one. Rob Holding. Let's get Rob Holding out.
Yeah, that's where I was going as well.
Yeah,
I was going to say, Rob Holding is getting early showers purely for the fact he played a major contribution in the North London derby, just being too erratic and getting 2 successive yellow cards. Well deserved.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, man.
I think VAR, the VAR rule book needs to go into this because, apparently the referees have done a good job this weekend. So it's either the referees are terrible or the VAR rule book is a shambles. Because the idea that clear and obvious errors does not apply in the Premier League for whatever reason, even though it's meant to be something, just for the season of 2022, the VAR just needs to go in there,
Peter,
in my opinion.
I was worried we wouldn't get a podcast this week if you saw the penalty that Tottenham received on the weekend. Did you see it?
I did see it, Your Honour.
What are your thoughts?
Oscar, I genuinely do not know where to go with it because I don't want to get angry. The truth of the matter is I don't want to get angry.
I don't want to make you angry.
The handball that apparently happens with Ashley Barnes. Now, what's funny is the whole media says it was clearly a penalty. It's clearly a handball. Now I'm sitting there thinking, hang on a minute. This unnatural position, it comes off a player's shin, close to him. No one's even appealed it. The VAR gets involved and says, hang on, we need to have a look at this. You've missed a clear and obvious error. I'm so sorry. This is why VAR is brought into question. It is such a farce. Now, don't get me wrong. I watched Dortmund Hertha Berlin on Saturday, I think it was, and a penalty was given the exact same way. Players close, and it comes off a Dortmund player, hits straight into the hand of a Hertha player, and they gave the penalty, and Haaland scores the penalty, right? And I thought, That's very unfair. That's very harsh. I don't see why they've given the penalty for that. Oscar, like what? Like, you know what I mean? What? Like,
fair enough, man.
Like,
I won't bore you with it. Let's move on to not that guy.
Right.
Let's move on to not that guy. Do we have any contenders?
This is not my segment.
I don't have anything for you, bruv.
You don't have anyone, David. Are you sure?
I'm disgusted, bro.
So bring him up then.
I'm handing.
Bring him up then. No, bring him up then. This is the 1 week. If there's a day in life that you award someone this trophy, today's the day.
I don't have. You have the source energy. I don't have the energy for this.
Has he? No. A question: has he had enough entries to get Hall of Fame?
No, it's not. There's nothing Hall of Fame about this. There's nothing Hall of Fame about.
I'm just asking.
Nah.
But I agree with Pete. He needs to be brought up.
He doesn't even deserve it, bro.
He's probably got the most in the not that guy category. He's probably got the most. If he hasn't, I'll be shocked. Who do you think? Your son, your freaking son and child.
I'm so disgusted, man. I just,
at the start of the season, we walk into a Premier League season where the team. First of all, the person's finished 8th twice, 2 seasons in a row. We're just going to ignore that. We will ignore that. We'll give him a new title to his name. Not to be head coach, but the manager. Okay. Then we start the season. But before the ball's been kicked, Saliba's gone on loan. Torreira's out the door. Guendouzi's out the door with an obligation to buy. Okay. By the way, he signed Willian and so on last season, right? We're going to ignore that. Okay, fine. We then get into the season. The season has started off like hell on earth. And we've recruited 150 million quid's worth of player. We then get to December, and he starts dropping his top goal scorer. Yeah? And it doesn't buy a striker, by the way. It doesn't replace the striker. David mentioned earlier in the pod that there's a striker that played from August to April, scoring 6 goals in total for Arsenal in 34 fixtures. Maitland-Niles went out the door in January when 2 Africans from our side were in Africa trying to win the Africa Cup of Nations. And then so me and Oscar and Michael, our younger brother, went to Nottingham Forest away. And I remember we watched an 18-year-old kid, Oscar. He was 18 years old. He was the same age as Michael in the stands, was playing centre midfield.
Michael's old age 19.
So he's younger than my youngest brother, who's at uni, and he was playing in central midfield for Arsenal. I've seen on 2 occasions where a player's played left back, been hooked twice. His confidence can't have been has not done him any good whatsoever. We're haggling contracts with people like Eddie Nketiah. We're being held hostage, backs against the wall, hostage about Eddie Nketiah's contract. I'm hearing after heroic performances in 3 games in his Arsenal career that El Neni's getting a new contract. My goodness, I bet it better be a backup contract. It better be his status better read backup. It better not be a central midfielding start for next season. This is a guy who wanted to keep Xhaka in the squad. When Xhaka packed his bags and was going to Roma, he kept him, but he let Maitland-Niles go to Roma. Okay. Saliba's got Young Player of the Season in Ligue 1. And our top goal scorer was released and sold and given away. By the way, Mesut Ozil, I'm still not over that one. You know what he did in place for Mesut Ozil? He brought in Martin Odegaard, an 8-year-old boy playing in a man's game because he looks like a kid whenever he's playing. He's got the technical ability, but I tell you what, he actually looks like a kid on the pitch. Now, Oscar, you said to me he's our captain today.
Yeah, captain the side.
And he'll be our captain next season. So let's just make that very clear. We're in May.
He changed his name. I didn't even realize you changed your name.
Damn, for full time I did. At the end of May, we are in the precipice of Champions League football. I've got the CD ready for next season for the Emirates to be belting it out.
Oh, did you download the audio on MP3?
Oscar, we need to stop with your insults this weekend. You've had enough.
No,
you lost the cup
said
final.
you had the CD.
So if I've asked you, if I say I got the CD, why have you asked me? Did I download the MP3?
Because I wanted to know.
Are you an idiot? Are you a moron? These are questions I need answering for, right? These are questions that need answering. Instead, what's going to happen is that's what's going to be played at the Emirates of next season, right? Which, by the way, the Europa League Conference has the same anthem, which is a disgrace. By the way,
do you know why I'm actually mad? Do you know why I'm actually mad? Because I've realised next season, all of Arsenal's games are going to be on Mondays.
Well, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday.
No, Thursday, Monday, bro.
Thursday, Sunday. We did bare Sundays last year.
Nah, you did hella Mondays last year.
I mean, we did both. All right, we did both.
I think you're going to have more Mondays this next season, so you won't be on the pod as much.
Yeah, well, thank God, I think. I don't know if I can contain it. But anyway, this person's got a new contract as well, by the way.
3 fresh years.
3 more years because he's finished 8th twice and has failed to reach the Champions League. And basically, the first time he's actually got into Europe via the league, the first time he's done that in his 3-year spell. He has non-negotiables. I wonder if he's going to talk about those non-negotiables tonight, because the one non-negotiable he should be looking at is himself. And for that reason alone, Michael Arthur, aka Mikel Arteta, is not that guy. I don't have the vim for him because it tells you how much I detest the situation. I want to make it.
Guess who's getting interviewed now?
I don't give a damn. Starling. What's he going to say now? What's Starling going to say now?
Xhaka, they've grabbed Xhaka to give his thoughts, bro.
Because he's the only one.
Get your captain out there.
Because he's the leader, Oscar. Yeah, he's our dear leader.
Yes.
So,
his mum gave him the keys.
No. Why is it? Yeah. No, Peter. Why is it that the Arsenal captain never does post-match interviews, bro?
Because
Aubameyang didn't do it. Aubameyang didn't do it, and Odegaard has not done it. Not once, bro.
Look at
what is going on here, bro.
Yeah, first of all, Odegaard, like, it's a school night. He's got to be.
He should be in bed. He's having to stay overnight now.
School night, man. Odegaard's a prefect.
Mikel Arteta, we have to go and see how many times he's been on this. But and the truth of the matter, why Arsenal are not in the top 4 this season and are not playing Champions League football, is down to one man and one man only, and that man is Mikel Arteta. So he is not that guy.
With that, ladies and gentlemen,
I don't want to make any prediction. I'm so disgusted.
I couldn't care less.
I feel like we've come to a crescendo.
Yeah, I think so.
My season has been ruined.
Next week is the top 4 podcast review / preview for the Champions League final.
We're previewing the Champions League final.
Yeah, we got to preview it, man.
Why not?
Gotta do it.
Well, just because you're not in it.
We'll just give what's this one? Do preview games. We're giving 2 predictions and then we move
on.
I heard that still. No, I heard that still.
We're gonna sit here and analyze. Oh, that's Vinicius Junior, the tail of the tape. No, we're not. We're gonna preview.
I'm not saying give it a 30-minute segment. I think this is give it a 30-second segment. No.
I've sent that email with his PE teacher.
Oscar's a hater, bro.
Why did he say this?
What's he said?
What has he said?
Oh my goodness! What did he say?
What's he said, SW, man? Pick up yourself. What is he?
Pick up SW6, isn't it? What did he say?
I need to look what he said.
Balls, so I respect him. He probably said something. Whatever Jackie said, I agree with. He's the man. He's the
I like that. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
He has no data, but regardless, he's the man.
Someone said Xhaka throwing his teammates under the bus. Wow.
Right.
Yeah, apparently said, man, them are not ready.
Call him out. Rightly so. Call him out. Yes. Call him out.
Look at this nonsense. Look at this absolute nonsense.
Gary Neville's giving him the business.
Okay.
Gary Neville's giving him the business.
I've got all that recorded. I'm gonna watch that later.
How do I get a copy of that? I need to get some. I need to watch this back. I want to watch back the post match and now.
Yeah, I'm sure there's YouTube.
The timeline's going mad still.
Yeah,
Say what did Xhaka say? I need to see what he said.
Yeah, but I think should we end it here, Pete?
Yeah, man. Listen, you man can follow us on Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Yeah, we're here every Monday night, live 8 p.m. Sorry for the subdue sort of comments since Arsenal lost and failed to get into the Champions League this year. As you can understand, I'm a deflated human being.
I commend you for even being here.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I commend you for even being here at this point.
Yeah. And
big up you, man.
In the interest of
do you think? Oh, bro.
He's
in my mind, yeah, this is equivalent to the Atletico Madrid game. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Here's a quote from Sky Sports Premier League from Xhaka. If someone isn't ready for this game, stay at home. I like that.
That's definitely Nuno.
But isn't that just like isn't that just like, is he just saying stuff like? Do you think he's calling someone out when he says that? I need to hear the context.
Definitely. More comments here. What happened was a disaster performance.
Facts.
Okay.
We didn't do what the game plan was. We didn't deserve to be in the pitch today, not listening to the coach. It was a disaster performance. You don't deserve to play Champions League or even Europa League.
Yeah, man. Big up Xhaka, man. Big up Granite.
Gunnar,
because I feel like, I need to watch it. We need to hear the context before we comment on quotes. It doesn't really make.
Yeah, exactly. From the first minute to the 90th minute, we did not deserve to be even on the pitch today. We didn't do what the game plan was, not listening to the coach, I don't know why he's backing the coach on this. I'm furious about that.
He was a gig for next season.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
but the coach has backed him. He can't.
We do not deserve Champions League. I mean, you said that he backed him. He begged him to stay, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, and that in and of itself is a red flag.
Yeah, Xhaka's had a good season, to be fair.
Pete, are you going to be in All or Nothing?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I've met you doing the tunes.
I've met the guys. I've met the guys plenty of times. But yeah, no, I don't think there will be footage of me as such. I'll be low key when I'm here. You might hear my voice, but I'll be about it. Yeah, maybe, maybe so.
Hear that voice, man. Hear that voice.
Maybe so. But yeah, man, that wraps up. Oh, what a hard weekend.
Thursday.
Adrian,
listen, guys. I'm praying to the Lord Almighty that we could, a competition that we could win. Let's go ahead and let's go full pelt for it next year, man. Let's go full pelt. Let's be in the final in wherever friggin' what Baghdad, wherever the hell they play these friggin' finals.
No, it's in the Puskas Stadium next season.
So basically Tivoli then. I mean,
that's my guy. It's Budapest.
Oh, you would. Let me tell you right now. You will not find me in Hungary. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Hungary.
I can't lie. That stadium is sick. I saw it in the Euros. I said that stadium is nang.
Are you forgetting when England went to Hungary away?
I know. I remember it completely.
You see me and my black skin, I like to keep it intact. Yeah, I don't want no grazing. I don't want nothing. But yeah, hopefully next time we're here, Liverpool are Premier League champions. Let's see. Who knows what's going to happen in the title race?
Who knows? We could expect a shocking 1-0 win from Southampton and City are champions. Who knows?
Grealish to win the league in front of the Villa fans. Oh, inject it.
Yeah, man, I can see that poetry. What's annoying, right, is that we're putting all of these stocks into Aston Villa, but we like they've got Tyra Mings at centre half. It's going to be 1-0 left.
It's long.
It's worst centre back in the league, man.
Let's wrap this up, man. I'm out of here, man. I'll see you guys when I've woken up from next week.
Wait, are you going into a coma?
I'm legit, blood. I am going in. I'm in, bruv. I'm in now, bruv. MRI scans, get me.
Booper ting.
It's a booper ting.
That's a private healthcare. You know?
David, man, last comments before we get out of here.
Hey, TikTok, we need a sponsor, bruv. Hey, TikTok.
Hey, bring that. Hey, bring that sponsor.
Bring
Man.
that sponsor.
Hey, let's get a sponsor. Let's get a sponsor next season. Next season,
I lie. You know what I'm saying? Get us all Manscaped, you know? You know what something
Manscaped,
fresh, like, you know
Manscaped are making the peas. Because I see
They can't
every
be
football
hidden.
channel.
They cannot be
Every
hidden.
football channel.
Yo,
They're there.
Manscaped, bruv. Holla at us, Manscaped still.
Man like Manscaped, blood. Holla at us, blood. You know what I'm saying? We'll catch you for next year. Anyway, we're still back next week. Anyway, till next week, people. Listen, I am out. Oscar, peace. Robin, peace. David, AD, final goodbyes.